Game over.
And what is up? Welcome back. It is Friday night. You're here with the Average Boys podcast. It's your boy Crispy, and I am here with my co-host Brian D. What is up, my dude?
Yo, Chris, what is going on? But yo, tell me, please, how was your week, man? Tell me.
It's been work, man. Adulting sucks. Adulting sucks. It's been hot as balls.
Of course.
Both our areas, man. I was talking to you about it earlier today. I sent you a picture, and my car read 108 degrees.
Disgusting.
And I know it's like in the 90s, like high 90s where you're at, but the humidity is fire, dude.
It's violent.
Can you cook outside yet or no? Let's make ramen soup outside.
I mean, it's about there.
I was gonna say over there in your area, you could probably make ramen soup like something like watery, and it gets like a lot of humidity and like it cooks it like an air fryer.
Absolutely.
Here, I could probably cook steak literally on the hood of my car, like just straight searing that shit. It is hotter than a motherfucker outside. But yeah, it's what Texas is known for, and it's what South Texas is. It's the dream down here. Other than that, it's just been a good adulting week. Not a lot for the content when it comes to film and movies and stuff like that, but we do have one of the most biggest events happening this weekend, which we'll be talking about today, and other stuff too. Of course, we're going to be talking about the famous, well-known, awesome San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Which actually, a good friend of the show, George Vasquez, is out there today. He's been out there all week. He was here at PokeFest, which the event that we did last week with Michael Betancourt and Margaret. Turned out amazing. We have a large turnout of people. We had like 40 fucking competitors in the cosplay contest, and it was nuts, man. It was so cool.
Nice.
But yeah, overall good event. A lot of people showed up. It was a fun weekend. Good seeing friends. I got to dress up. I made my costume in 3 days. I was fucking building like a crazy person. But this week I think I'm gonna kick back and enjoy my actual weekend off. And I think we were talking about it, just staying in the AC.
Yeah.
More than likely, I'm probably gonna do some puzzle building. That's probably what I'm gonna be working on this week. I have I showed some stuff off last week for the puzzle box. This week I'm going to do some writing text, which is like, of course, like filling out some of the documentaries and stuff, or the documentations that are going to be a part of the puzzles. And then, of course, I got like just some cool shit that I'm really excited to add to it. So yeah, I can't wait. Hopefully I'll get to debut it at one of the conventions coming soon. I've already talked to a couple of friends, and there's a lot of people that are excited to jump on the show with me. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes.
Perfect.
Brian, what about you, my dude?
Yo, I mean, dude, I like you said, the weather has just been absolutely violent for no reason, and so yeah, I just been hanging out. My week has been normal, nothing to write home about. Honestly, it was just been a very normal week, ready for the weekend. It's funny, even though this is a slow week, I don't know if you have any time in the show for this, so I want to cut it out right now in the beginning. But you sent me, and this is crazy that I didn't realize it, but you sent me that fan-made Dragon Ball Z movie, and it has been literally the talk all over.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's fucking nuts. Anyone that's listening, anyone that's watching, if you do get a chance on YouTube, there is a fan-made Dragon Ball Z movie called Legend: A Dragon Ball Tale. And I want to give the creator his due. I think his name is Naz Pasha, and the studio that made it is called Stray Dog Studio, and it's phenomenal. If you guys are a Dragon Ball fan, or if you're just an anime fan and like to see some cool shit, I suggest you go on YouTube and check that out. Thank you, Chris, for bringing that to my attention, I showed all my friends and they love it. So
You're like,
it's
dude, I
fucking
can't
amazing,
stop
yeah.
showing it. See, and that was
Yeah,
my
it's
biggest
fucking
concern
dope.
because I know, man, you've told me numerous of times how big of a Dragon Ball fan you are.
Yeah.
Like how huge of a Dragon Ball fan. So like watching, because man, for me seeing that, like I'm okay at the Dragon Ball like fans, and you know I love the series, but you're probably a way bigger fan than I am because it's been so long that I've kind of like adapted into other animes and stuff like that. So but the idea of seeing someone reinventing a story that, you know, it's just been embedded in our DNA for so long, and just reinvigorating the series with like a new style of animation, literally taking the same characters and just changing the format up. Like,
Yeah.
how did you feel about like the idea of like the power of the Saiyans coming from the chest, like the use of fire and the use of the Sun Wukong story? Like, how do you
Yeah.
feel about like that type of storytelling when it comes to this?
So that's the one thing I do love about fan made shit, right? Is that they actually don't have any formats to go off of. They can do whatever the fuck
The
they
fuck they
want.
want, yeah, because it's
And
just
so
fun.
going in, yeah, it's just fun for them, right? So it's like when you watch it, you just, it's a free roll, dude. Like you're just having fun and just seeing what this kid I actually just wanted to do. And there was certain things in this that just made me smile. Like he took things from every major arc and shoved it and crammed it into one
Like 20-minute episode,
the
yeah.
15 20-minute episode. And like he even has the theme music from Dragon Ball Super is playing this entire time that you don't even realize. So he's taking things from new Dragon Ball and old Dragon Ball, and he's got new characters and old characters, and he did in the animation, dude. The animation is phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Like
It's kind of like an old
yeah,
vintage style, right?
absolutely,
Very
yeah.
Lupin the Third. Very, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just such a beautiful style, and it goes extremely well. But just the way that they kind of took, because we all know that the original story of the Dragon Ball story is based off of the Journey to the West. You know, Goku, Nimbus, you know, Sun Wukong, all that stuff. And they're the only kind of like mention to it in the Akira Toriyama version is like, of course, the tail, you know, him riding the Cloud Nimbus, him turning into the giant Ozuru monkey and stuff like that. Like, but the way that this guy like literally embeds the Sun Wukong story, like it is so good. And then he even talks about like you come from a proud the proud Saiyans, the golden race, the protectors of the light. Like I was like, holy fuck, what does that mean? I need more. I need more of this. Like I hope that maybe by chance this guy raises enough of an eyebrow that the Akira Toriyama like studios reach out to him and they say, hey, we would like for you to work with our studio, and we want to create maybe like a film based in the universe, but a retelling of the story. It's kind of like the way it was back in the day with like you know how they used to have the DBZ series, but then they would come out with the films, and the films were always like slightly deviated from their version of the 616, the DBZ universe, right?
Yeah.
The movies were kind of like removed because they were always like in a weird like.
I think that's more now than back in the day. Back in the day, they were kind of like sticking to whatever story. It would just be like, it was always kind of weird to know how much time lapsed from the last episode to where this is, but that would be the only thing. The newer movies are more like what you're explaining,
like a multiverse kind of thing.
Yeah,
but I know that they're trying to do like so in the last film that they did where they brought in Broly, right? Which phenomenal film. Animation was fucking amazing. The cool. I always tell people, my God, I would love to buy any one of the jackets that Goku or Vegeta are wearing when they're looking up at Broly, and they got those badass like Adidas style jackets that are just baggy with a big ass collar. Those shit are dope. That's beautiful fashion. But they're trying to initiate the idea that Broly was left off planet somewhere else, and then Goku's able to go train with him and hang out with him and make him a better fighter, and then they're gonna make a team and maybe do like another tournament of power later where Broly's going to be a part of it.
He's too powerful. You can't. I don't think you could have him in there. But I mean, side note. Today I got my tickets for Dragon Ball Heroes movies. Yeah, for the Heroes movie. So we're in there, man. August 19th, man. The 19th of next month.
Shit. Next month already. Damn, I'm super excited.
Yeah, man.
Sweet. Well, what else do we got to talk about? What else we got going on?
Honestly, like you said, it was a very slow week. So just the things that happened at at the San Diego Comic-Con. Are you familiar with everything that I know you were working today? We were both working today, but are you familiar with most of the things that were that dropped, like the trailers that dropped? I know that we did talk about off camera that yesterday actually they had the Dungeons and Dragons trailer that dropped. How'd you feel about that, sir?
I thought it was pretty good. Of course, it made me remember back in the day the Dungeons and Dragons movie, which was silly at most, but with the way the Dungeons and Dragons, like the attention to Dungeons and Dragons has been getting recently, like it's kind of made me a little bit more hyped about it.
Okay.
I just got done maybe like last week finishing out the Amazon Prime series Vox Machina, which is a really, really great Dungeons and Dragons series. If you guys haven't seen it, you got to go check it out. It's really worth the watch. So watching Vox Machina and then coming to this, it kind of correlates with it very well. So like a lot of the characters almost feel like the vibe that they're giving off in the trailer is very similar to the way Vox Machina is when it comes to how the characters interact with each other. So that's something exciting to look out for. Of course, coming off of the tails of a great fucking season of Stranger Things. So that also bringing in a lot of hype into the Dungeons and Dragons series really gets it to where, you know, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. So where Dungeons and Dragons is more of a theme to Stranger Things, now we're going to get to be involved in that world a little bit more. As we can see in the trailer, they're bringing in like actual like assets from the storytelling parts, and they're bringing in like the different types of dragon. Did you see that one dragon that came in like shooting magma from its mouth?
I did see that.
Dude,
yeah.
I was like, that was wild as fuck to me, because I mean, in I guess like in sci-fi shit, we'll always see like all these weird different dragons that do like ice or like some other fucking power. Like we never get to see it in film, but to see one actually like spit out some magma shit, I was like, yo, that's scary as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's horribly scary, man. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for what it's worth. So
that's good. That's good. Listen, I'm not a big D&D fan. Like I'm gonna just put that out there off the bat. I grew up I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. I've always had video games, so board games just wasn't my thing. I get it. It's you know, I do see the appeal to some people. But particularly this, and I say that to say, I'm not gonna shit on this because, you know, I hate it or whatever. But this movie looks like it belongs on Netflix. Like this doesn't seem a big budgeted theatrical release. Like this movie looks like it should be on Netflix. And I think if they did go the Netflix route, they would knock it out the park. Yeah, they would knock it out the park, yo.
Do you think it's really, really hard nowadays to tell like what should be cinematic and what should be streaming?
Honestly, I just think wherever the money is, I think now this movie's gonna be weird because there is such a huge following for D&D.
Yeah.
So this could potentially make a lot of fucking money, but just the production, like even that one scene that you're talking about with the dragon spitting I don't know what the fuck it is coming out of his mouth. Like the CGI on that looks a little bit wonky to me personally, and I don't want to nitpick at it or whatever, but just seeing things like that make me think like that may be kind of like Netflix zone.
Worthy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's like,
I mean,
like to me,
that's not really saying that it's a good or bad thing. And the reason why I say that is because we had that one movie with The Rock, Princess Diana and Ryan Reynolds that came out, Burn Notice, or I don't even remember, Red Letter, or I forgot what it's called, but that movie was high quality. Like that was a high quality. You could have put that shit in theaters, and they put it straight out to streaming. So it's not saying that a movie like this belongs in streaming because it's bad. It's just saying that it would probably get a better success because we're not looking at it being like Marvel money. Right, it's not gonna make no fucking Spider-Man No Way Home $1 billion movie. They might beat out fucking Thor: Love and Thunder with a 68% drop in the second week. That was
you just had to. You just had to, right?
Yeah, I had to. That was completely harsh.
In their defense, they haven't had the biggest drop off, and not only that, but I think it was it Doctor Strange had a similar drop.
Yeah, it had a similar drop.
Just want to put that out there. All right.
What do you think's going on, man? You think Marvel's just having a little bit of trouble?
No, it's just not a movie that's worth watching twice, or it got so many bad. I mean, so that's one of the things that goes underrated or under the radar when it comes to Marvel movies. It's how many times can you watch this movie, and that dictates the success of these movies. Unfortunately, Thor does not have a big rewatch value, so that's the reason why. And the buzz and the buzz wasn't good either. Like there was just very negative buzz around this movie. So
I have to ask though, because I know you're a big Taika Waititi fan.
I am.
Between both of these movies, which one has been your favorite? Ragnarok or this one?
Ragnarok.
Okay, so Ragnarok. Is it because do you feel like the jokes hit better in Ragnarok more than this one?
I just think that they had a lot of opportunities in this movie that they failed to accomplish, and it just couldn't go unnoticed. Like in our group chat that we have for this show, I sent you the what was it called, the not the board meeting, but like the sales pitch or the movie pitch. Yeah, like the sales
right
pitch.
On the button, man.
And basically, to anyone that's watching, there's this guy on YouTube that just basically goes through a sales pitch to any movie that's out there, and it's funny as fuck if you guys ever get a chance to watch it. But basically what he does is he just shreds a movie that for all the stupid things that they do, and this movie has done some dumb things. So that's one of the reasons why you're not going to be able to watch this again. So
yeah, it's just one. But you know what, like. It's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird. I think for me, in my opinion, I think Ragnarok was just a little bit more grounded movie. It stuck not only the jokes, but it stuck the story with Thor. Yeah. It kind of gave you a little bit more seriousness to it. But do you feel like if they were to do another Thor film, they should kind of do like a straight up like, hey, we're going back a little bit more to the serious nature? Because
because
like, do you think it's working for it or still or no?
No, because Ragnarok wasn't a serious movie. Like it had its serious moments, but all in all, it wasn't a serious movie. I don't know what it was, but see, like that's the kind of gamble you take with a guy like Taika Waititi. He's a wild card, and once you let him go, you're just gonna have to let him go and just let him finish. If he like this movie might have been a little bit too kind of on the funny side. I would have liked a little bit more. Yeah, I would have liked a little bit more seriousness. Honestly, if I'm being 1,000% honest with you, they could have kept the movie the way that it is and just showed me a little bit more gore, and I would have been fine. Like I'm still fine with the movie.
Yeah, he was very underutilized.
I like the movie, but I think just a little bit more gore, and I would have been fine. Like I would have defended this movie.
And the thing is to me is like in the story we had Thor kill more gods on screen than Gore did. And I think that was kind of like when he ended up showing up to Ragnarok. No, not to Ragnarok. When he shows up to New Asgard, I was kind of like, oh, okay, cool. Like he hasn't really done much, man. We're going to see him swing at Thor and it's just going to be a slobber knocker here. They really didn't do much. But yeah, I kind of feel like they really underutilized. And man, super disappointment because I had been shooting for fucking what's his face, Christian Bale for so long. Mm-hmm. I knew he was going to come into Gore the God Butcher. I knew he was going to love that role. And there's a part of me that hopes they do release like the Waititi cut or whatever they're going to call it, that Taika Waititi said he has like a bunch of footage left over. I really, really, really hope they show it. Robert, I saw that in the comment section. I saw it in the post that you posted it. We'll probably see if we can check it out in a little bit. He posted up apparently they released a trailer for
the John Wick 4. Yeah.
We'll do a live reaction in a little bit. We'll totally check that out.
Are you a John Wick fan?
Yeah, of course, man. Everybody, man. Keanu Reeves, man. He's my dude, man. He is an amazing actor, does amazing roles. The John Wick series has been so cool. I really wish that they did a reference in some way to The Matrix. That would have been cooler, but bringing in, what's his name? Lawrence Fishburne. as like the underground king and all this shit. Like, you know, he still hooks up his friends when they're out there, which is fucking badass. So
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, this last John Wick movie was super fantastic. So to see him coming into the last one where he's a wanted man by a million people, I want to see that shit. That shit looks dicey awesome. John, what's up? Vince says earlier in the comment section, what do you think about Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider / Johnny Blaze? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, of course, we see him as Ken in the new Barbie movie, looking like a fucking badass dude, a Chad and shit. He's bringing in that Kenergy, and of course, he's in The Gray Man, which is a film that just recently came out on Netflix with Chris Evans and himself. Looks awesome. Is it the Russo brothers who directed it?
Which one? The Gray Man?
The Gray Man?
Yeah, that's
dude,
Russo.
It
the
looks
Russo brothers.
fantastic. Chris Evans got his mustache. I'm ready. I'm gonna watch that shit tonight. I'm super excited to check it out. I'm gonna watch it literally right after the show. John, I think I said what's up already. Jeremy, my dude, says, and we're back. Thor just needs to balance, man. LAT was just too funny. What was that? Love and Thunder was just too funny.
That's what I said. It was a little bit.
It just had way too much comedy, and it wasn't like, well, it was overbearing. Some of the jokes didn't hit, but they were. It's like I said before. It was almost like we weren't laughing with them; we were laughing at them.
Yeah.
And in film, it has to kind of balance out a little bit better. Vince says, if Thor: Love and Thunder was rated R, would it be a better movie?
You can say that about any Marvel movie. Any Marvel movie known to man is like that.
But yeah, I would say, as a matter of fact, Ryan Reynolds, speaking about San Diego Comic-Con, right? We're going to be talking about this later. Ryan Reynolds released a bunch of pictures on his Facebook or Twitter that was all a bunch of rated R, like the red letter trailers, like red band trailers or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
And they're all the Disney movies that are like, oh, a dear mother gets shot and child has to fend for itself. Like he literally just rated R to every Disney movie known to man. So apparently the rumor is Deadpool is going to be is going to be coming in with Logan to the Disney universe. They're going to start streaming the two films, Deadpool 1 and 2.
It's already there.
It's legit, right? Like it's
there. No, it's there. It's already
man.
Right now. If you go to Disney Plus, you can watch Logan and watch Deadpool.
You know what that means, man. I think we can all know what that means. It's coming. It's coming.
Deadpool's coming.
John says, "Are you too excited for Galactus?" I'm excited if it's Ricky Berwick, dude. I'm so down for Ricky Berwick.
I honestly don't care who it is as long as
they do it fucking
good. As long as they do it good. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. Like Marvel is crazy about just picking random ass people to be random ass characters. I want. If they want to go crazy, I'm down to go fucking crazy, man. I'm down to go nuts. Ricky Berwick is one of the funniest dudes online. He is a hilarious guy. I love him. So if they brought him into the Marvel universe, I would die, dude. It'd be so funny. George right now, he's at his hotel room. That's my dude. He's usually in the comment section here with us. He's a local cinematographer, videographer. He does a bunch of stuff for conventions, and he's at San Diego Comic-Con right now. How exciting for my dude, man.
That's dope.
George, if you want, man, plug your stuff so people can go check out your videos and they can keep up with you while you're over there, dude. And tell us some stuff that you've been doing over there at the show or over there at San Diego Comic-Con. Let us know in the comments. Yeah, but no, we have not seen Gray Man yet. I hope it's good. I really do. Actually, Brian, you were saying that it hasn't been getting good reviews, right?
No, I think it's weird because the critics gave it a 50% Rotten Tomato, and then the audience gave it a 90%, 90% Fresh Tomato. So it's like it's so lopsided. I don't even know what to do with that. So I'm just gonna watch it for myself, as I was gonna do anyway, and make my own opinion about it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and also another movie that came out that's very like lopsided. It's not lopsided, but like half people love it, half people hate it. Is the movie Nope? I know that Robert saw it. So Rob, in the comments, I want to know what you thought about that movie. Yes, it's a Jordan Peele movie. I want to see it.
It looked good in the trailers, man.
Rob, let me know what you thought about the movie.
Yeah, I've seen trailers of it. I've heard some pretty cool things. I am super excited. I want to go check out Nope. It looked good when I saw the trailers. So, but yeah. George also says, been recording interviews and taking some vids of merch and cosplayers. Haven't had any time to post updates for my personal page, but I should tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Dude, we'll be tuning in, of course, my dude. Thank you for checking in with us and checking out the show with us. And send me cool videos. He actually sent me one video earlier. I'll share it right now. Let me see if I can pop this up real quick. This is, he just got a little quick shot of him inside the area there at San Diego Comic. Look at that Bowser, the Lego Bowser.
Yeah, it's a Lego Bowser.
Blizzard, man. Super cool, super cool. He'll send me some clips, man. That'll be rad. I'll totally show him. That'd be cool, man. Maybe one of these days we'll get out there, Brian. San Diego Comic Con.
Just do it, man.
Hell yeah, man. Let's go next year. Let's catch a ride with George.
Absolutely.
George. Jeremy says, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's interesting to watch for sure. Jeremy, you got to see the movie Nope? Let us know in the comments what you think about it, man. Give it to us in ratings. George also says, Forbidden TV on Instagram, and there's a link to my website. I'll send you some clips right now. Let me unload my stuff. All right, man. It's a bet. You know who he got to talk to? He got to talk to the junior commentator for Mythbusters.
Oh, okay.
Redheaded, one of the newer people for Mythbusters Juniors, I think. And he got to talk to someone from Miss Marvel. He was telling me from Miss Marvel TV show, which was a pretty fun show overall. It was pretty fun overall, so not too bad. There has been some leaks. Robert just sent us one last night of Miss Marvel on set for the Marvels movie, and looking pretty cool. But let's talk about some cool stuff. What are your thoughts on She-Hulk? John Castillo, my homie from Corpus Christi. She-Hulk, I'm pretty interested in. I'm a big Hulk fan. I mean, John, you know this already. To see Jennifer Walters come in is super exciting. And yeah, I just want to see what they're going to do. I just hope that they fix the CG. But then again, we saw also this past week that Marvel is having trouble with their CG companies that they've been working with. So we're going to have to see how it goes out. And George says... Oh, hey, what about you, Brian? How do you feel about She-Hulk?
Honestly, I haven't thought much about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I totally forgot that show was coming. But I did hear
like next week,
something like that. But I do know that Charlie Cox will show up in at least one episode, as Daredevil. Not as Daredevil, but as the lawyer, Matt Murdock. So I'm interested in that. But I did hear that there's gonna be some dope cameos and stuff, so they're gonna have some fun things in there for you. So yeah,
I heard of course we saw in the trailer that Blonsky's coming back as Abomination.
Yes,
so we know he's coming in, and not only that, hopefully they do a little bit more explanation with the Shang-Chi part where he came out in as Abomination. So I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you for the She-Hulk TV show yet. Of course, Marvel has not been pulling punches when it comes to the Disney Plus series. They've been doing pretty good. Miss Marvel was actually pretty well put together. Coming from that, it was a series in the comic books that a lot of people were kind of up and down about, and a lot of people weren't really excited for the series. Turned out to be pretty good. They also introduced the mutants way out of left field. Some of us saw it coming in a way, but not really. But we're going to see how that goes. But as a matter of fact, talking about them introducing the mutants, let's talk about what's been going on in San Diego Comic-Con. They have some very, very interesting upcoming shows. We know that Marvel released their slate for a lot of films and released a lot of titles. And of course, DC's been coming up and talking about some good stuff. Brian, what have you heard? San Diego.
So of course, the big thing of the day, what everyone was waiting for, was for the Marvel animation panel, right? But they did have a few cool things that I did want to touch on before we get to that they did show at the San Diego Comic-Con. Because again, there really isn't much to talk about other than this, so you might as well just cover everything that happened at the Comic-Con. So of course, we got the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power trailer that was shown. I don't know if you got a chance to look at that, but I personally am excited for that as well.
Yeah, I did. It looks fantastic.
Definitely. So
I know that, of course, there's a lot of people that have their opinions based on characters they've seen or characters that have come and gone or whatnot. But the trailer looks good. Trailer looks good. It looks something that I mean, it's gonna keep me busy. I mean, that's all I know is it's better than fucking Resident Evil. I mean, I'll fucking tell you that much. It looks amazing. I think it looks good. For what it's worth, the cinematography looked great. The CG looked pretty good. The costumes look fantastic. Everyone looks gorgeous as the Lord of the Rings movie should. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it. I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna take place during the Second Age. So it's gonna have dwarves, it's gonna have elves, hobbits, everything that you could think of.
Is it before Sauron?
It's like no, this Sauron, right? This is gonna be like him coming up. It'll be him becoming Sauron as we know him. Cool. Also, other than that, there was also the Walking Dead trailer for the final season, which I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I checked out like 4 years ago with Walking Dead, but it is cool to see that they still have that strong, fandom that is holding dear to the Walking Dead. Yeah. And not only did they have the trailer for that, for the final season for Walking Dead, but also AMC is they don't give a fuck. They will recycle the shit out of a show. So not only do you have the other Walking Dead show, but now you have Tales of the Walking Dead with fucking Terry Crews. So there's gonna be another spinoff to fucking Walking Dead that they showed the
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is gonna be in the show. So they showed another trailer of a show that's going to be a spinoff of Walking Dead. Another show that is going to hit Disney Plus that isn't Marvel animation is did you watch the I Am Groot trailer that they showed?
Yes, the I Am Groot trailer. Yes, I did. The little farting leaves and the little aliens, and I saw that. That's so like, it's precious.
Yes,
it's precious.
Absolutely. It's gonna be a 5-part.
It kind of feels like it's like Marvel's kind of like tiptoeing in to kind of give some competition to Pixar. That's what it kind of feels like. Like, they're getting these kind of like itty bitty characters to kind of do some really fun stuff that they can do like these little shorts with. Because I know that they were talking a while back about doing a Groot and Rocket series. So like, it's really cool. Like in the comic books, Groot and Rocket have like some crazy adventures, some crazy adventures. So to be able to make some more like a Pixar film like this, the entire Groot movie is going to be all animation. It's all animated CG stuff. Like, it's not going to be like in a live action studio kind of thing. It's going to be all like Unreal Engine. It's going to look like a video game pretty much the whole time. So like, I think it's going to give some cool, like some really good, like oomph to Pixar. I don't know. There's just, it gives them this cool, like idea that they can kind of like tiptoe on all these different animation, like studio stuff. I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah. It looks good. It's going to be Bradley Cooper is going to be doing the Groot voice, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, man, that was another big thing. So this is going to be a 5-part series. So I think it's going to be like a different, like, it's not going to be a continuation from one episode to the next. It'll just be having him. I think it's going to have him in just different scenarios each 5 times. So yeah, that's pretty cool. They revealed that today, which was also cool. And then there was another thing that that got my eye for Disney Plus, and there is going to be, which I'm assuming is going to be a show, which I'm not exact. Oh, I'm reading it right now. It's a 10-episode series that is going to be a spinoff of National Treasure, sir.
The Nicolas Cage movie?
The Nicolas Cage movie. So the title is called National Treasure, Edge of History, and I don't think it's gonna have Nicolas Cage in it, but it's going to be from the National Treasures universe. Yes, okay. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm cool about it. I mean, Nicolas Cage is a national treasure, though.
Absolutely, so, absolutely, 1,000%. Yes, 1,000%.
He made those movies when they first came out. I thought he did an amazing job. It was more Uncharted than the movie Uncharted. So knowing that he probably won't be coming in to reprise his role, that kind of sucks. But knowing that he's still active in the film communities, making movies about himself, maybe we get a badass cameo of him jumping in real quick and then jumping out maybe for one of the 10 episodes. 10 episodes? Wow,
it's a 10-episode series. Yeah, absolutely.
Even more than Marvel can, man. Damn.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then, And then you know what? That's basically where we are right now. And then I guess Rob did show that they just released the John Wick trailer. But other than that, man, everyone was just waiting for Marvel Animation panel to show up at H2, and they did not disappoint, sir. It was funny because a lot of people were hyped and not hyped. So before we even just dive into this, like when you heard that there was going to be a Marvel Animation panel, what was the hype level for you going in?
Well, I mean, we got a really good taste of the multiverse with the What If series coming out. And with the What If series, we saw that they were willing to dip their toes into all the different cool multiverses. They touched with Marvel Zombies. They went all the way back and brought back Peggy Carter. They did a badass Vision episode where he goes off and fights the Watcher who fucking statued up in Thor Love and Thunder. It's really cool how far we've come from it being just Robert Downey Jr. in an Iron Man outfit.
Yeah.
And Chris Hemsworth in the Thor outfit to we literally saw a movie last month that had Infinity in it, that had the God of almost all gods in the Marvel universe. Like now we're getting to this point where the What If series has a second season of animated series coming out. We got some still pictures for another series that we're going to be talking about also. But the one that I'm probably more excited for is the continuous story of X-Men 1997.
Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to go through some of the things that they're going to in the order, and I want to get like your thoughts on these shows. So, starting early 2023, they're going to be, like you said, the show of What If season 2.
Yes.
And just so everyone knows, they're already working on season 3. So they are all in.
Season 3
with this. They're already working.
Wow,
season 3 is
crazy.
already in production. For What If. And you know what? I kind of just want to. It's funny because I don't know if you remember, but on one of these shows, we were doing like a list of the Phase 4 or Disney Plus shows or whatever, and I had What If higher on my list, and you and Triggs kind of like said "fuck out of here" type of thing. And you know what? I was like, and then at the end of that, I was like, you guys may be right, but you know what? No, fuck that. You guys are wrong. What If is fucking dope. All right, it's fucking dope, and everyone fucking loves that shit. And from what I've seen, this is actually going to surpass that first season. So for everyone that was in attendance for this panel, they actually got like they already got the first episode shown to them. So the first episode, yeah. So and just so everyone knows, just like the first season, this season is going to be Captain Carter heavy. So she's going to be like the main antagonist or protagonist. Yeah, sorry.
And I think that's so weird because they just brought her into live action to just fucking murk her out, dude.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
I mean, but there's what that tells me is that there wasn't much communication between Raimi and the developers
and the
What If series. So that's all that means to me.
That makes sense.
So yes, the first full episode was shown during Comic-Con, and it was Captain Carter versus Hydra Stomper. That's the first episode.
Stomper.
Yeah. That's the first episode that comes out. And I think it's only going to be 5 episodes worth, or 5 episodes of what they know. So listen to this. This is what the episodes are going to be comprised of. So we already have the first episode. That's Captain Carter versus Hydra Stomper.
Mm-hmm.
The second episode is going to be a Hela episode where it's just going to be fully about Hela.
Okay.
And I'm not sure whether it's going to be her, post Ragnarok or pre Ragnarok, but it's going to be a Hela episode. And I, for one, am stoked about that episode.
That's really cool. That is really cool. That's making my neurons fire onto what they can be talking about.
Well, just hold on, because the third episode, sir, is going to be a Odin versus the Mandarin episode.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna get fucking crazy. So
God
all that
gods, the All Father himself versus the actor, the Mandarin, or the fucking Mandarin. But who, man, that just sounds great. Him and the 10 Rings are That'll be a good ass fight.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
That's legit.
Once I heard that, I was like, "Oh shit! Like they're not fucking around, dude. Like
You know
they're really
what?
serious
That
about
might
this."
actually give reference to like what is it? The Avengers BC or some shit. It's like the Dark Age, like the old school
Avengers.
like Avengers, and Odin was actually their version of Thor.
Mhm.
And they might bring in like the Mandarin when he was like when he just first started out, like back in the day, and they might be fighting it out during that time. And we
Yeah.
may see a Star Child and Star Brand and all those other guys show up too. And we might even see the Phoenix as an actual living embodiment character. That sounds really fucking cool. Not even gonna lie.
Absolutely. There's another episode where again this is gonna be Captain Carter centric, so it's Captain Carter meets the Winter Soldier. I'm not sure exactly if they're going to have Bucky as the Winter Soldier, but it's going to be a version of the Winter Soldier in a different universe. So that sounds pretty cool. And then the last one that I know that they're going to do is Tony on Sakaar with Valkyrie and Hulk. That is going to be another episode as well.
Iron Man.
Yes,
On Sakaar.
absolutely.
Okay, so
On Sakaar.
Thor Ragnarok, but with Tony Stark, which is giving reference to is Tony here? Is he here? Because he got his clothes? Okay. All right. Well, that's kind of like okay. So that was the big thing with me in the first season of What If. Is that it had some really cool so like What If is kind of just like this weird like proving grounds to what Marvel feels. Well, what are these people? What are we gonna get hyped for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, so they saw the hype that they got for Marvel Zombies. So we figure, you know what, they're probably going to do an animated film for Marvel Zombies. So we can see that. What's up, Madeline?
What's up, Maddie?
What's up? Then they did, of course, Peggy Carter. Peggy Carter was the front runner for the series, and so was Doctor Strange. And then boom, in the films, we also got Peggy Carter, and we got some variation of Supreme Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really good testing grounds for what it is Marvel's doing. So them bringing back Peggy Carter, we know that they're trying to forefront this character. We don't know how. We don't know how she's going to play a bigger role later on in the series. They may end up doing an Exiles movie, and she may be the front runner for the film. We don't know. A multiversal jumping team of Avengers that goes around, and Peggy Carter's a head captain like the comics. Cool. But knowing that they're doing like an Odin and a 10 Rings, that's pretty cool because that brings a lot of recognition, like I said, to the old school Avengers, that it kind of tells the precursor story to how Thor was born and how Freya's not his mom. And it's actually been recently retconned, and it's canon now that the Phoenix and Odin are Thor's mother and father. Yes. So that's pretty cool. And he's going to be versus the 10 Rings. That's pretty wild to me. I don't even know why.
Yeah, but, that's that one in the Hela episode. I'm definitely down. Actually, this entire season sounds fucking dope.
The Hela episode kind of reminds me of one of the series that happens during the Unworthy Thor story, which is the Ultimate Hammer calls out to Thor, the unworthy Thor, who doesn't have Mjolnir anymore. And it's on old Asgard that had already been destroyed. And the Collector shows up, and Black Swan, Hela, and I want to say not Black Dwarf, but the other girl. She's another like a chick that can like use her brain like to do stuff. It's like a telekinetic chick. But they're all a part of the Black Order, which is Thanos' crew.
Okay.
But Hela tries to take the hammer, but she's actually Thanos' new love. Because I think that they were trying to like canonize the idea that Hela was also a variation of death.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how Thanos was able to have a relationship with her, because he's always imbued in love with death. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So maybe that's what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to do a whole series of Hela in that underworld series where she's kind of trapped in that place where Odin's at. Or maybe before that, she had some type of relationship with Thanos. Who knows? It's the only thing that hasn't been covered in the Marvel universe of them having like a Thanos love interest with death. Okay. And everyone kind of like, even people who don't read comics knows that that's his thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So even in the first time when they introduce him in the Avengers, they say, what is it that the dude says? He goes, the humans defeated Loki, and to beat them or to fight against them is to court death. And he smiles. You remember that from the Avengers movie?
Yeah.
That's so wild, man. I was so ready for that life, dude. and then Avengers it didn't bring it. It didn't bring the death stuff, but it's okay. But I kind of feel like they're so like when you mentioned it, you mentioned the last episode for the What If series. Apparently, it's going to be Iron Man on Planet Hulk or on Sakaar with Hulk and Valkyrie, and I kind of feel like that's going to be like a throwaway episode, like the way the Captain Marvel and Thor episode went, where it was like dude Thor. I kind of feel like it's going to be one of those episodes.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like a throwaway episode. Like I said, this entire season sounds fucking dope. Like it sounds like that they are going for it. But yes, we will wait to see exactly how they execute these episodes. But I for sure am anticipating this. And then the show that you were waiting for the most is X-Men 97 that's coming out in the fall of 2023. Yes, so
most definitely.
So for those that are unaware, it is going to be a continuation of where the 90s show left off, with Charles Xavier being damn near dead or in a coma, and Magneto having to be the leader of the X-Men. So yeah, what are your thoughts? I know you saw some of the stills. I know that you saw, what was going on. What are your thoughts about this show, sir?
Well, I mean, the thing is the old school series left on such a high note.
Yeah.
That there is, there's a lot of old series. The one that I even heard about today was Gargoyles. So I don't even know. Did you hear that?
That the Gargoyles are coming back?
Yeah, the Gargoyles are coming back from the original series that created them.
See, I mean, listen, out of all the animated shows that are coming out, I'm sorry, this is probably my least favorite that I'm looking forward to.
The X-Men one?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a niche thing. I think what's cool about the X-Men 97 series was that it created so many fans of the X-Men comics.
Yeah.
More than the comic books did. Because we've gotten older though. We have gotten older, right? Mm-hmm. So like I'm not that same kid that loved this show. Like I need you to elevate it. I need you to go past that. Like I don't want to feel like I'm still in my living room with my drawers eating cereal at fucking Saturday waiting for the WWF to come on afterwards. I wanna kind of mature with that. So that's the only one that I'm not looking forward to. It's the same characters. It's the same setup. It's the same shit, bro. My only iteration that I would say is the animated series that was back in 97. If you were to watch it today and it gets up to like the Apocalypse series and all that other stuff, it really cover a pretty. I
rewatched the entire fucking everything. I rewatched the entire show. And that's when I was finished, and then literally like the next week I heard that they were coming out with this show. I'm like, damn, bro, like, all right, like I get it. And trust me, like I was a fan of this show just like the rest of you guys. Mm-hmm. But I'm just not as excited as the rest of these shows. Like I did love, the Cable episode with Wolverine and all that shit, and like there are some iconic episodes there, and I think Cable, Bishop, Morph, and all of them are coming back in the show. So
see, that was really crazy because the only one that was kind of confusing to me in that series was Morph, because Morph was really never that really big of a character.
Yeah.
But for some reason they were like, yo, let's bank on Morph for this series, and they really pushed his character. But like I think they drug on way too long with him. Like they would always kind of reference back to him, but it did show the turmoil that like Wolverine had for losing a teammate or whatnot.
Yeah. And
then like, of course they had the blast off episode, which was like, with the Sentinels going after Jubilee, like in the first episode. Mm-hmm. Like that was a real, like right off of the front, like that was just action all the way through.
Yep.
Got into the Dark Phoenix saga, got into the Apocalypse saga, It
covered a lot.
They really did a lot of well, and the writing wasn't very bad for that time. But I do think that you do make a lot of sense, and you do have a good point when you say it has to evolve a little bit. Like it has to kind of be a little bit more darker or a little bit more gritty. I just don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't know what the theme of it yet is. Yeah. If they end up sticking the same way, I kind of feel like it's going to work for maybe like 1 or 2 episodes, and then it's going to fail because they're going to try to stick to that nostalgic kind of vibe.
I was like 13, 14 when this
Yeah.
shit came out, bro. Like
It would have been
I
cool if it
just
was like 2 years after, but not like 20 years after.
yeah.
Yeah.
Again, 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 I'm a fan of it. I just don't know if I necessarily need it right now.
Now the thing about me is like the reason why I'm excited for that is because to me that sits above what if the first season did, and it doesn't really do it for me for the next season that we haven't talked about yet, but we'll get into it right now. It doesn't really for me, that comic book art, it started good, but like by the second arc of that comic it was really bad. But of course it started very different in the What If series.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why I'm kind of excited more for the X-Men 97. But I think you're absolutely correct when you say I hope that in some way this show evolves, maybe by the writing or even hopefully the animation is a lot smoother. Like they're not like the He-Man.
Yeah.
He-Man. Like, yeah, hopefully it's not like that. It's a little bit more it's a little bit more smoother. I do agree.
Yeah.
And what about the last animated series?
Well, there's two more. There's actually there's two more. So after X-Men, we're gonna jump into 2024 where they're gonna come out with Marvel Zombies. And this looks crazy. Now listen to this. I don't know if you saw it, but let me just run this by you. And for anyone that's in the comments, I didn't see it, listen to this. So they went through the lineup of the heroes. So the superheroes in this show are gonna be Yelena, Kate Bishop, Shang-Chi, one of the Death Dealers, I don't know which one it's going to be, Red Guardian, Jimmy Woo, and Kamala Khan. All right, Miss Marvel. Then we also have the zombies. Now, I don't know how that lineup is going to handle this lineup of zombies.
Now,
so,
just in case anybody that needs to see it, in the comment section, I went ahead and put a link that takes you directly to the Twitter account for MCU Direct on Twitter. That takes you to the picture panels of all the characters that they're offering for this series.
Yes.
Yeah, so it has all the pictures.
So the main zombie, of course, is going to be Scarlet Witch. Now, she personally, I think, can take them all by herself. But
yeah,
they didn't just stop there, but they also are giving you Ghosts from Ant-Man. They're giving you Hawkeye, Okoye.
That's who that was.
Yep, they're giving you Ghosts, they're giving you Hawkeye, they're giving you Okoye from Wakanda, they're giving you Abomination, Captain Marvel, Captain America, and last but not least, zombie Icarus. So that looks fucking dope.
Yeah, and the pictures are there, minus Okoye's character who's not there, but you can see all the lineup. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one yet. I don't know how I feel about it.
And also, in addition, if that doesn't
strike you,
there's also a rumor that there's going to be a whole team of Black Widows running around and a biker gang of Skrulls.
Of Skrulls. Yeah, I got the pictures are here. If you guys want to come check them out, it's pretty wild. Is that Misty Knight that's with the Black Widows?
I honestly I don't have that. I don't know which Black Widow is with who.
Yo, let me make sure I send this to you too. I'm gonna send this right now in the chat with us. Here in the private chat. Here you go. You click on the link of the private chat. Guys, you might want to go and check that out. The pictures look, they look dope. Of course, with the animation style from the series, it's not gonna disappoint. You get this really badass shot of all the different characters. Of course, Okoye is not there, but you do get the one of Icarus later. All the characters look like their cinematography characters or their cinema characters. We have great Red Guardian, dude.
Yeah, you're crazy, yo. This is gonna be fucking dope, bro.
You think so?
This is gonna be fucking amazing. This might be the best one out of all of them, to be honest with you. I just don't know. I just don't
push on the most. I really think.
And I just don't think. I just don't know how these heroes. I don't know how these heroes are gonna stack up against, because these are some heavy hitting zombies.
Yeah,
dude.
the fucking.
So I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know how they're gonna.
Wanda by herself tanks Shang-Chi, dude. I don't even know how Kate Bishop or Black Widow is supposed to keep up with that shit.
Tanks them all.
Okay, so this goes back to what I was saying a little while ago when I said it looks like this like what if series or whatnot is more of like a proving grounds for these characters. Because if you look at it, the entire lineup of all the characters that are literally in the MCU right now are all the living characters of the zombie survival and whatnot. Kamala Khan, Shang-Chi, who do you got? Kate Bishop. What's the other person? I don't even know. Oh, dude, even the detective guy from Ant-Man's there.
I said, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Wu's gonna be there. Kamala Khan, Red Guardian, one of the death
How does
dealers.
Jimmy Woo survive this?
I don't know.
Just with his magic card and shit.
Oh, that's right. He was practicing magic, right? So
Yeah,
maybe
he's
I don't
practicing
know, bro.
magic. And I'm guessing that the last character at the end would that
It's
be?
Kamala Khan.
No, Kamala Khan's in the middle of that picture.
Oh, I'm not looking at the picture.
No.
Which one? You
It
talking about?
looks like Shang-Chi's sister.
Okay.
Was that who that character is supposed to be?
I didn't see that she's one of the characters, but I'm not looking at the picture. I'm not looking in the tweet that you sent me. Which one are you talking about?
Maybe it is. In the Twitter, the link that I sent you in the private chat. Here on.
Okay, I'm looking right now.
Yeah.
She's not that short. She's not short that much.
I wonder who that is then.
In Shang-Chi.
Maybe. But yeah, everybody looks good.
Yeah, everyone looks good.
Everybody looks damn good. I just don't know what they're. Okay, so going back to why I'm not really straight about this series. So in the comic books, they really do a really bad job with the Marvel Zombies comic book line. It gets very convoluted. They don't know where it goes. They make it to where it's like in its own internal loop. So imagine the What If series, of course, the first season, the way it ends, where Doctor Strange collapses that universe in itself with Killmonger being like the dude with the Infinity Gauntlet and chasing that universe or whatnot. Okay, that's kind of like the way they do with the Marvel Zombie series in the comics, but they turned it into a loop where Quicksilver or Hyperion fly into another universe and bite everybody, and it just resets the whole universe. The Watcher just loads them up over and over again to where it just keeps constantly destroying itself in the loop. Okay. So they just ended up writing themselves into like a weird corner. They had it to where the zombies, killed everybody on Earth. And then for some reason, the comic book guy was like, hey, you know what would be good is if we went with the Galactus storyline. And it's like, what do you mean? And it's like, oh, well, the Silver Surfer shows up. And when he gets there, he heralds Galactus because that's what he does. He calls Galactus to come and eat the world. But then they kill Silver Surfer. They eat him. All the zombies jump him and they eat him. And then when Galactus gets there, all the zombies start nibbling on his ankles and eating his legs. And then all of a sudden they get galactic powers and they just take off through space, just eating everybody. Thanos. And it just got really weird. Just very, very weird. But I will give it up that the What If series did make a better story for What If. So the way that a better story for the Marvel Zombies in the What If series. In the What If series is a lot more grounded. The idea that Vision was feeding Wanda, you know what I mean? Like that was dark as shit. Like, and then at the end you had Bruce Banner that was like, hey, you guys take off. I'll stay here and fight the zombies till the bitter end. Like, we may get a zombified Hulk in this series. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where they're going to go with it. It's not the top of my list, but after checking out this picture and knowing what If did with the first animated Marvel Zombies, it's not like it's a major no for me. So yeah, not as hyped about the Tony Stark and Sakaar and all this stuff, but if they do end up doing that one reminds me of when Iron Man in the comics meets up with the Guardians of the Galaxy. In space, Iron Man's funny as fuck. Like he does very, very well in space. So maybe we might get like a badass variation of like his original Iron Man outfit, but with Sicarian gear, tech. I guess. Yeah, Sicarian tech. Okay. So that may be something interesting to watch. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, Marvel. Good job on your animated series.
We still have one more. We still have you're trying to move on, man.
Super crazy.
You're still trying to slow down.
That's a lot of stuff.
The last thing that they showed was the Spider-Man freshman year, which is coming out in 2024. And this is actually setting place. It's kind of debatable whether this is gonna be canon. But it's supposed to take place pre-Civil War. So his gear and his outfits really are crap at this point. So he's just getting started. Okay. That could be cool. One of the big things that was said during this panel is that Charlie Cox will be reprising his role as Daredevil, and he won't be the lawyer in the show. He's gonna be actually Daredevil in this show. And not only that,
Okay.
but Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be coming back as Kingpin in this show as
shit.
well. Absolutely. So they
Damn.
have the whole lineup of all the villains. So you have Doc Ock, you have, you know, a whole set of villains for him. You have, you know, a whole bunch of friends that are coming through. It looks fucking awesome. And just side note, 2 side notes. One, this show is already greenlit for a sophomore year. So you're gonna have the freshman year, and then the sophomore year is already in production. Number one. And then number 2, from what I hear from this, is that Charlie Cox is not only in this show, but he's going to be extremely busy for the MCU coming up in the near future. Not only is he in this show, he's also, again, going to be in She-Hulk, also in the Echo series.
This guy's busy, man.
Very busy. And not only that, but he's also going to have his own show on Disney Plus. Right. So this guy is he's working. Like, well, Charlie Cox is working.
I mean, you and I will probably both agree on this, like right on the button, that the Daredevil Netflix series show is probably the number one, if not the best streaming series or whatever that Disney ever put out. Even though it's not, or not Disney, Marvel that put out, even though it's not Disney, nonetheless, it's probably still the best one, next to it being like The Punisher. And then for me being like Luke Cage or Loki by then.
Okay.
Like, it's probably the best streaming series that Marvel's ever put out. So for them not to have like taken the bite to bring this guy in, who brought literally Matt Murdock to life, like he's probably the best rendition I've ever seen of Daredevil done live action and in animation. Solid. Like, he did an amazing job. The series is an amazing job. He's an amazing actor, so I'm glad that they brought him back. So it's just really weird because like if this is supposed to be in somewhat canon, how does he know Daredevil that early?
So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that are questioning whether this is canon or not, because not only that, but like even with the Doc Ock thing, if there was an issue with No Way Home, how does he not know who Doc Ock is? And it's just certain things that they're saying that it's canon, but it can't possibly be canon because it just doesn't make sense.
That reminds me also, there's also talks that like they're going to replace Tony Stark with like Osborn, isn't it?
So yeah, so that was another thing. So this is going to be the first MCU iteration of Osborn. So not only Norman, but Harry as well. They're both going to be in this. They're both going to be in this show. And I think they're talking about Norman Osborn taking the role of Iron Man, being like his mentor. So that's very interesting to see what they're going to do with that. So yeah, man. Yeah.
I don't know, but the series looks great. The art that they chose to go with looks pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude. Yeah, it definitely looks solid, dude. I'm very interested. That's what I'm saying. Like, out of everything that they have here, X-Men 97 is just not gonna cut it for me. Like, you're taking something from 1997 and putting it up against some hardcore shit, dude. Like, for me personally, like I get it if people are looking forward to that, but for me, like, I want something fresh, I want something new, and that's what I'm getting with these other shows.
I like the look of the Spider-Man series. It looks very antique, old school comic.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the way it did back in like the 70s, the way the comic art is. Like, you know, you ever see that one where it's like just me and the boys meme with like the Scorpion and the Hobgoblin and like Doc Ock, and it kind of looks like it's like that art style. Like, it's very wonky. It's very weird, funny looking, but like they're gonna make it make sense. This show's probably gonna be really good.
Well, they're banking on it because they already have the sophomore year in production now. So that is your lineup. Crazy. That's your lineup for the Marvel animation, which is kind of sick to me because just in a couple weeks they're gonna have D23. So like, I was surprised that they would go as far as put most of their Disney Plus animation stuff here. And then not only that, but tomorrow they're gonna have the big panel with, you know, whatever, I'm assuming Black Panther shit and Loki shit. What are they gonna have left for D23, dude? Like, I guess some Star Wars shit. And
you know what? I guarantee by D23 we're gonna have a lot of footage, a lot of stuff. I know that Loki already went into production, and apparently there's Jeremy said it earlier. where there's apparently a rumor that Thor is going to be in Loki's next season, or at least a variant of Thor. But Chris Hemsworth's supposed to make an appearance, and I just saw it right now. Actually, as a matter of fact, 7 hours ago, Disney's Spider-Man freshman year animated series will be released in 2024. And then right after 7 hours, Marvel Studios has greenlit a second season of the Spider-Man freshman year official titled Spider-Man sophomore year. The art, like I said, looks fucking cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
That looks super good. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I mean, how can you not be excited with all this content coming out? Like my biggest thing is, where the fuck is DC at, man? Like, where the fuck are they with all these guys? Marvel is putting out a bunch of stuff. Disney Channel has confirmed that Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur will be complimentary to the MCU with Easter eggs hidden in the show. So apparently they're going to release a cartoon variation of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, and it's going to be in the MCU. Now, what makes that character interesting is she in the comic books is smarter than Reed Richards. Like, she is by far the smartest person on the planet, but she's inhuman.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how they do that, because of course Inhumans, no likey right now in the MCU, no likey at all. Damn, what else do we got going on?
That's it. that's basically the gist of our week. I mean, you mentioned Warner Brothers, so that made me think of something. So when you think of Warner Brothers, we've had this discussion multiple times about what is and what isn't working for Warner Brothers and the DCEU. And one of the common things that has come up is the fact that they are very good at their animation department.
Yeah.
And they've always had that leg up on Marvel when it came to the animation department.
Kind of like the only thing they got going for themselves.
That and the video game department. So Marvel is still like light years behind them in the video game department. But with this, but with today in the panel today, it doesn't seem like they're that far behind them in the animation department. So if they're not even holding it down in the animation spectrum, what are they doing? Like,
no idea.
what exactly? What is it that what's going to tell them, or what's going to break them apart from Marvel at this point?
So it's funny. Jeremy just we got Zach and Henry coming up. I don't know. It's very weird. I really doubt that we're going to get anything back to the Snyderverse. I really doubt that. We've even had confirmation from Jim Lee saying, like, he's done with it. Like, he's literally done with it. Henry Cavill coming back as Superman would be good. Could it save the franchise? I don't know. I really don't know. By now, it's almost one of those things that having The Rock come in as Black Adam, it's almost like The Rock makes like a lot of like fascinating B movies. So like, to bring him in this late in the game, it would have been better if they brought him in earlier, like as an actor. But I don't even know if The Rock's gonna save the DC universe. Like, the DC universe,
I don't think The Rock is there to save the DC universe. I don't think he's there for that. I think that they had a plan. I think they had a plan, and it just went to shit. It happens.
It just fell apart.
I just think they had a plan. This was like The Rock was supposed to be like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be the cake. Can it be saved? I don't know if it can be saved, but I will say that if there was one person to spearhead resurrection of the DCU, it's got to be Henry Cavill. Has to be him. It's got to be Superman.
But they got to do him right, though.
Superman, done him right. They've done him right with the Man of Steel, and with everything that they've done so far. I think Batman v Superman was probably the only time where anyone has ever questioned whether or not they've done Superman right. But they've done right by him. It's just been money issues. But other than that, like, they have to have Superman spearhead the resurrection of the DCEU. So I think they're making the right decision. And like Jeremy said, maybe if you want to call it them getting bitched out, you can call it whatever the fuck you want. But they have a universe to save, and who better than Henry? They don't have anybody else. They don't have anybody else. Any version of this working out has failed.
Yeah.
It's
Like
failed.
I'm not even looking for Jason Momoa right now.
No, I mean,
Jason
like
Momoa.
there's
Amber Heard's
no
gonna
one
save
else. There's nobody else but Henry Cavill. So I'm happy to see him back wearing the suit. I think he is the right person for this job, and more power to him. I don't want this to be I know it may seem like we're Warner Brothers and DCU haters, but like I don't want this to be a one-sided race. Like I want more content. Like I want them to succeed. So therefore, I'm not depending on Marvel to give me everything. I'll have some dark shit over here if I want to get depressed or some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be, you know, balanced. And right now it's not balanced.
I really think they just need to go with the good old-fashioned hope bringing Boy Scout Superman. Like they don't need to make him dark. They don't need to make him super emotional. They just need to have like a good old-fashioned, because we've already got like so many variations of like the Injustice Superman. Like literally in the last 5 years being like Incredible or Invincible, then the Boys. Like we've had so many splits of, hey, you want to see a crazy ass Superman? Like we got him. He's right here, and this is what you've always wanted. But like, I miss it. I miss the Boy Scout Superman. I really do. Like just the good old fashioned. Like let me go save an old lady walking across the street. Like let me get in a fist fight with Doomsday.
Yeah. Save the woman from who that's not selling tick. Who the fuck wants to watch a movie with him getting kittens out of a tree?
If we got a solid movie of Henry Cavill doing some Christopher Reeves kind of Superman shit.
No one what I don't. We got that already, bro. We got. If you want that, we can watch the Christopher Reeves shit. I don't want to watch that shit anymore, bro. I'm sorry.
So what Superman do you think would save it? What do you think the new Superman would be like?
The Snyder version of Superman can save this shit. I don't want to watch him do some mundane 1950s, 60s shit, bro. Like I don't want to watch that shit. I want to watch him do some dope shit. I want to have him some overpowered villains. Cause what's the point in if this is the one thing I can't stand, right? You make, not you personally, but you make Superman literally the most OP superhero of all time.
All time.
He is the most OP superhero of all time. That's what I like about him.
He has the whole bag just to be nice.
So go do some OP shit, yo. I'm so sick of people having the reins on him and putting the capsule on him and make him do some dumb. No, let him go, bro. If you want this shit to fucking soar, bro, let him do some OP shit.
What's up, Nikki?
What's up? Let him do some OP shit, bro. Like I never understood that. I never understood why every time I see Superman, he's doing like he's fighting somebody and struggling. No, why don't you have him whoop someone's ass, bro? Because that's what he does.
Like, are you talking about like
just in general,
like a Dragon Ball Z kind of scenario where like you just bring in like the craziest,
just in general.
Well, you see, that's the whole thing with like what they did with Superman versus Batman, right? Where they brought in like the Doomsday character. And I think like I'll be the first person to say that movie was very like smushed together with so many different arcs.
Wait, which one? I'm sorry.
The Batman versus Superman.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they ended up bringing this monstrous character that was supposed to be Doomsday.
Yep.
And that by itself could have been its own movie. That by itself could have been like it's literally own movie. Justice League tries to fight him. He takes them all out. Superman's the last one. They're going to punches with it. And the rest of Justice League gets wiped out. And it's just Superman and him boxing it out. And then he dies fighting him.
Yeah.
Like that literally. It was almost that, but they called it Batman versus Superman for some fucking weird movie. But like that's the thing. Like Superman doesn't have, other than a Brainiac character, it's always like these world-ending events.
But see, like you're wrong, because just like Jeremy said, he's gonna watch Man of Steel. That's what you got in Man of Steel. The version that you're talking about, you got already. You have them in Man of Steel, and I'm fine with that. Man of Steel was a fucking great fucking movie. But but like we got that. Okay, now where are we going? All right, have him do some OP shit now, bro. Like I got it. You had him saving people out of planes and out of fucking rockets and shit like that in Man of Steel.
If you could have a comeback story with Henry Cavill, If they said we're gonna throw this out, what would be your ideal Superman story against who and what?
I would have him. I would definitely bring in Brainiac. I would think that would be the natural course of things. I think Brainiac or Bizarro or a fake version of Superman, and because you still have, I don't know what kind of version of Lex Luthor you want to have. If you want to have that Jesse kid be Lex Luthor, I don't know what you want to do with that.
I wasn't really excited about his character. What
But
was he,
why
Lex
don't
Luthor Jr.?
Yeah, I don't know, but why don't you do a decent version of Lex Luthor and have him fight some creation he made or something? Give me something.
You know, as a matter of fact, you mentioning it, seeing like a Bizarro or an Amazo fight wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be bad at all. I mean, even this.
I just want to see him. I just want to see him unleashed. I want to see him unleashed because you kind of tell me every time not you again, but you kind of tell me he's OP. He can't be beat. Show me.
Yeah,
show me.
Well, I mean, there's been.
I saw Batman whoop his ass, bro.
Yeah, I saw
Batman whoop Superman's ass. Do you understand that's my biggest gripe with Batman versus Superman.
The prep time.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The prep time.
Get the fuck
out.
Yeah,
it's always this like comic book argument where with prep time, Batman can beat Superman. Right? It's always like, oh, prep time. And it's like, really, dude, because Superman just gotta get him. He just gotta touch him. And he can just throw him into space.
Yeah.
Like, and that's it. Just throw him a couple feet, and you need to throw him into space. Just throw him about 50 feet up in the air, let him just land. And that's it for Batman. Like, that's just it. But of course, prep time. Mongol would be a good one.
That's a good one.
Mongol would be a great villain because we had the female Mongol come out in the Suicide Squad movie, James Gunn variation. Of course, they literally just put
Batman beats everyone. Fuck Batman
beats everyone, dude. Batman beats everyone. I hate it. That was a man, dude. I remember we were talking about that once about the Dark Metal series.
Okay.
The Dark Metal series was, of course, like the opposite side of the universe in the dark universe, where like only Batman took over all the different powers of the universes. Like he was a Superman, he was Aquaman, he was the Flash. Like, and it was so dumb. In my mind, I was like, why, dude? Like, really? Like, don't get me wrong though. The
George, watch your mouth. George, I was waiting for I was waiting for one of you motherfuckers to say it, and I'm glad you did. You were the one. Will listen. We can have this argument all day, every day. I love Goku, but he cannot beat fucking Superman, bro. He can't do it, yo. Goku, he cannot, yo.
You don't think he can beat Superman? I was just about to ask you that right now.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Absolutely
Why?
Not.
What's your take on it?
My take is, Goku gets beat. Let's not like he gets his ass beat a lot. It just takes him some time to get to the next level. What if you don't have time to get to the next level? Superman will literally punch a hole in this guy's chest and game over. That's it.
But Superman doesn't do that.
What do you mean? He can though. If there's a fight, we're talking about them fighting to the death.
But that's the problem with the Superman part, is that he's not the guy that throws the first punch. And
okay,
he's not the guy to
tell
end the
that.
fight first.
Well, tell that to the Joker then. Tell that to the Joker.
Oh yeah, that's why you have all the Injustice stories and all that shit, because that's where they always.
I've seen him literally put his hand
through someone's
fucking chest. Yeah. So don't tell me he doesn't have that in him. He has it in him. Yo.
So you're talking about like, okay, so that's the Injustice story where the Joker literally put him in like the worst possible situation, got him to kill Lois, got him to kill his baby, got him to like, he just blew Metropolis up. Yeah, he messed him up. Shit wasn't. Superman was.
It was a bad day. It was a bad day.
Yeah, it was.
It was a really fucked up day.
Yeah, he was not prepared for that shit. He was like, Bruce, how do you handle these dudes? Yeah. He was not prepared. None of Superman's villains are ever that crazy.
And not only that, but like the Joker was so meticulous and so smart about, and not to get off in some Injustice rant, but not only that, but like it was like the final straw that made Clark question Bruce and him letting this dickhead
why did you let this guy live for so long?
Lives for so long. Like that was a straw. And I love the writing of Injustice.
Injustice is wild as shit, man. That's like one of my crazy. That one and Kingdom Come. Those two stories are super wild. But but that's the thing. Like, which I guess you would have to say which Superman, because yeah, if you had Superman from Injustice, I think you're right. He
He's
wouldn't give
tanking
Goku that
everybody, yeah.
opportunity.
No.
He wouldn't give him that opportunity to get ready. But then it'd be like, well, what Goku? Because if he's training with Beerus or
Bro,
Beerus,
I don't care what Goku version you put in front of Superman, as long as there is a sun in the vicinity, he is unbeatable, bro. He's unbeatable. And you could honestly, you could bring Vegeta's bitch ass, you could bring Piccolo's bitch ass, you could bring fucking Gohan, you can bring the whole squad, and Superman will tank them, bro.
Yeah, and then Yamcha comes in and tanks everyone, dude, with his fucking little fang fist, dude. Yo, did you never not want that where Yamcha just came out of left field and beat the fuck out of everyone?
No,
be
because
like, yo,
I can't stand Yamcha, and I have a friend that's a really big fan, and I fuck with him all the time. But this right here, this very topic, Goku versus Superman, is a very popular debate.
Yeah, it's super popular, man.
Is very super popular debate, and I am one of the biggest DB fans on the planet, but Goku would have absolutely nothing for the last son of Krypton. No way.
That is fucking nuts. I didn't even see that one coming.
No way.
I didn't see that one. But okay, so my only question would be, how do we correlate the idea of chi energy? Is it a physical power or is it like a spiritual magic
I think
power?
it's both. I think it's like a mixture of both.
Because if it's magic, Superman straight up gets fucking tanked, just like when he gets his ass kicked by Shazam.
No.
Like there's a fucking 15-year-old kid living in that grown-ass man's body.
Superman
has no answer for it.
Although it is spiritual, it's still a physical
It would be
confrontation.
a physical, right?
It's a physical confrontation that we're talking about. So
yeah, I don't think chi energy would be considered magic.
Yeah,
and I don't think the fireballs would be considered either. So it's very weird. You just have to kind of break it down. If they can give you an idea on because in the DC universe, the reason why people have magical powers like Constantine and fucking Zatanna and all those people and Dr. Fate is because that is leftover universal energy that they did not need to make the universe.
Yeah.
So it would be like leftover, I don't know, atoms or some shit that they could kind of fuck with. So in a way, magic is just science, but fucking Superman's allergic to it. And I'm talking like he is like straight up allergic to it. Cause like I said, like Shazam on a one-on-one fight with him and Superman, Shazam beats the living fuck out of Superman. That's crazy as shit. Cause Superman just can't do anything about him. So I guess that would be the only thing that would be the make or breaker if you put like a whole you would really have to get like into a study about it though, man. But I think you're right, man.
George, you can give him a year's worth of prep, you can give him a whole pocket full of Zenzu beans, and you can give him whatever the fuck you want, and Superman will still tank him.
Fucking Krypton gun.
You can give him whatever. You can give him the fuck you want. Superman's tanking him, and then not only that, but regarding to your last comment, Gohan low key bat now. They're going, and I hate it. I hate the fact that they're going to. For years, so this is one you probably know, but like Gohan has been just shitted on as a character for like the past couple years, right? So apparently in this movie, the Dragon Ball superheroes, they're going to address it and they're going to make Gohan OP, and moving forward, it looks like he's going to be like.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was a G in Resurrection. When he came up his glasses and he just starts beating the shit out of everybody using like actual kung fu moves, I was like, "Hey, that looks pretty sharp, dude." I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. Is he fighting anybody worth a fuck? Not really, but
yeah,
I mean, he looked cool.
So
I mean, that's like if you got beat up by a dude at Stripes and shit, and you said some Chinese shit, like you'd be like, "Oh fuck, that guy's really good."
I'm not saying I'm one of them, but for everyone that's in the chat and for anyone that's in the comments that has been waiting for Gohan to get his day in the sun, it's coming next month. So
the Kami kid, man,
he's coming. Yeah,
the Kami Kai kid is coming, man. It was really weird. I mean, the way that Akira Toriyama took care of Gohan back in the day when it went from, hey, I'm going to train with the Namekians who get literally shit on by Frieza. Yeah. Let me go train with these guys who aren't winning fights. Then goes off and trains with the Kais, and instead of going with like the idea that his dad is a fucking Super Saiyan and just going through that route, he wants to do his own thing. I'm cool, I guess. But what's it supposed to be like? So I noticed that in this one, like his hair is like all white now.
Yeah, so it's just gonna be, and I don't know what their obsession is with bringing with Piccolo being so like centric
Piccolo.
in this shit, but they have a hard on for him as well right now. So honestly, I've been trying to avoid all spoilers, all types of knowledge of what's going on. I did hear that Gohan is going to be centric in this movie. So I really can't tell you exactly what it's going to be about. I've been trying to avoid all that shit. So Alex, I think you said you saw it already. I don't want to know any spoilers. I don't want to know any spoilers. No, nothing. I got my tickets this afternoon to the showing, the first showing they're gonna have in Jersey, and I'm looking forward to it. So,
by chance, is it gonna be like a dubbed or subbed?
Honestly, I don't know. I didn't buy the tickets. We got like a whole like group of people that are going, so I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna enjoy it. I mean, if it was subbed, I would appreciate that. But if it's dubbed, I'm not gonna be too.
Yeah, the voice actors are always pretty solid. Anyways.
Yeah, especially for Dragon Ball, they're usually pretty solid. So, yeah.
Sweet deal. Hey man, well that's some good stuff, man. Totally did not see that coming about fucking Superman tanking Goku though. What do you think about Broly though? Straight?
I honestly don't think there's a character in Dragon Ball that can
Batman tanks them all too or what?
Fuck Batman, yo.
Fucking Batman.
Dude. I really don't like the fact that fucking Batman just figures it out. He figures out a way all the time, and it's annoying.
Yeah, it's in his belt. But what we were talking about earlier, so you truly believe that if Henry Cavill came back as Superman and reprised his role as Superman, continuing going forward, I mean, of course, like I said earlier, they've already had confirmation that Jim Lee says the Snyderverse idea, like that's kind of like they're done with that idea. But maintaining this universe that Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon kind of like adapted and created together, I guess, in adaptation to what happened in Zack Snyder's life. Yeah. Henry Cavill coming back and reprising his role, you think it would work?
I really think, and this is a great segue because I mean we're very short on things to talk about, but I mean I think we will get Henry Cavill to come back, but the whole Snyder shit is dead. So we were talking behind the scenes about the hit piece article that just came out about
Zack Snyder,
Zack Snyder and the Snyderverse and how the restore the Snyderverse movement even began. And in the article that I read, dude, it was even suggesting that the one young lady from China. So the whole movement started from this young lady in China that saw Batman v Superman and just thought, yo, this guy has it. Like, he's got a vision. I want to see this through. She's the one that actually started, and I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but she started the movement. And in the article, they even suggest that she was a bot. So what the gist of the article was saying is that most of the people in the Restore the Snyderverse cult, they're bots, and they're running this site through bots, and it's not real people. When actually, I don't know if you remember, but when the Snyder Cut was about to be released, you couldn't turn it on the TV,
without someone talking physically talking about it.
And not only that, but seeing Zack Snyder, like you were physically seeing him all over the fucking place. And it would just so happens that the young lady that we're talking about actually did an interview with Zack Snyder. This article is suggesting that she's not real and that she's a bot, when I can go on YouTube
and literally see a fucking video of it
and see her talking to Zack Snyder. So it was a legit hit piece on Zack Snyder. When I was telling you off camera, he's not trolling anyone at DC. He's not coming out with, he's coming out with his own shit, but he's just minding his own fucking business. And this article came out of nowhere, dude. It's fucking insane.
And it's super crazy that you talk about it because of the fact that being that it's like a hit piece on him, we do know that he has a movie that's going to be coming out soon called Rebel Moon. And it's I'll read the synopsis real quick.
So it is Rolling Stones. I thought it was Rolling Stone. I wasn't sure whether it was either Rolling Stone that put up the article or whether it was Deadline, but it was one of those two that put out the
Tom and Jerry poster. That was fucking funny as hell.
Yeah.
The storyline for Rebel Moon is a peaceful colony on the edge of the galaxy is threatened by the armies of a tyrannical regent named Belisarius.
Sounds legit. I'll take it.
Desperate, the colonists dispatch a young woman with a mysterious past to seek out warriors from neighboring planets to help make a stand. Apparently, Snyder came out and was like, "Hey, man, I'm making this in rival of Star Wars. Like, I'm really going out there. And if you go right now to IMDb and see some of these pictures, so man, fuck, they look good, man. The pictures look. I mean, the thing about it is Zack Snyder, cinematography wise, visual wise, he does an amazing job. What's up, Triggs? How you doing, man? He does an amazing job when it comes to putting visual representation. Story writing, he's kind of a little weird at. He doesn't put everything together very well. It's just
I like him. I like him more as a storyteller for me personally, dude.
It's really weird. I mean, if you go back and you look at where he's done production and directing, solid. But then when you go back and you look at that weird zombie movie he made, like where zombies are banging people and making babies and all this shit, you're kind of like, all right, Zach, chill the fuck out. Peel it back a little bit. I'm really excited about this though because
you didn't like Army of Dark? What was it? Army of what was
Army
it?
Dead.
You didn't like that movie?
It was interesting, and the reason what I liked about it,
I like that movie, dude.
Well, I like the Ocean's 11 idea
aspect.
I liked
of it
being surrounded by zombies. I liked it to where there was this weird theory that they were stuck in a loop. Did you ever hear about that?
I didn't hear about that. No.
Okay, so like if you go back to the film and you watch when the guys like it's the black dude that's in the safe with the weird nerd guy that can crack safes. But if you look at the bodies on the floor, they're wearing the exact same thing they are wearing. So apparently, like it's a loop that they're trapped in a loop of them breaking into this place, stealing the money, and then dying, and then resetting all over again, which gives huge homage to, of course, Treyarch zombies with Richtofen, Tank, Dempsey from Black Ops 2, because they're trapped in a zombie loop in the video game. The Treyarch story is super crazy. So what? James Gunn wrote that, man. Yeah, I'm laughing
at Alex. He said, "What Chris Ponce likes something."
Oh, yeah, I know. Sorry about that. I'm jaded.
Sorry about that.
Man. Shit, I'm jaded all the time.
Triggs, we did not get a chance to watch the John Wick trailer. It dropped as we were recording, so we haven't gotten a chance. I'll have to watch it when we.
I mean, we can live stream it. I can live it right now if you guys want to check.
Put it the fuck on, bro. We have nothing else to fucking talk about. We're over here talking about Batman beating fucking Broly and shit. Like we can definitely
Batman beating everybody up in a fight. This fight outside of Walmart and shit. Let me see. We're gonna go check this shit out right now, real quick. Let me get it going real quick.
Yo, I slept on John Wick, bro. I slept on it. So like I slept on the first two, and then when the third one was just about to come out, I binged the first and the second one. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Like, what was I doing waiting so goddamn long for that shit? It's in.
All right, let's see. All right,
it's in our group chat.
Yeah, let's see. I'll make this bigger. Let's go. Share screens. Chrome tab. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Already better than fucking Thor: Love and Thunder.
Watch your mouth.
The table will never stop. You know this.
Yo, what's that?
No one.
Oh, Skillsguard, fucking Pennywise himself.
Skarsgård, yeah, bro.
Skillsguard.
Skarsgård.
That was good.
Skillsguard.
Oh, Donnie fucking Yen, get
no
out
fucking
of town,
way.
Dude.
Close range.
Hey. I know Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Fucking Morbius. Oh, shit.
Dude,
yo, when is this coming out?
Ass for the nunchuck. Did you see this fucking dude?
No, that's not that far, yo.
That's not that looked really, really good. That looked exceptionally well.
I'm telling you right now, I'm coming to the Valley and we're seeing that together, yo.
Yo, definitely gonna watch that together. Yo, that was legit. I'm not.
That was fucking dope, bro.
So earlier in the shot, was that that dude? Okay, I'm a really big fan of Starship Troopers. Right? That's like my favorite drinking movie.
Alex, see, I can't even be mad at Alex because I was that way until the third one came out, but I'm all caught up. You're missing out, dude. This just
Action wise,
this shit is crazy. I just thought it was too over the top for me to like it, but dude, this shit is, and I was like, oh, he's doing it because of his dog, bro. This shit is fucking insane, dude. There's not one bad movie, yo.
Yeah, that trailer is solid, dude. I mean,
Absolutely.
but dude, any of the John Wick stories, like none of them really go wrong, is it?
No, I said there's really not a bad one. Any of them.
They're all pretty good storytelling. It's an original story. It literally comes from Keanu Reeves' heart. Like he just keeps making these movies because he just loves the franchise. Like I'm for it, man. That looked amazing. What I wanted to do is I wanted to figure out, okay, at the beginning you see him put a letter down and push it forward, and then it's like a dude with like a brim hat, a guy with an old man with a beard. Okay. That looked like Deb from Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers. And that guy's a super well-known actor. If it's in, I'm super excited because I love that guy's voice. He's like a voice actor for a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Clance Brown.
That's who it was?
Clance Brown. You know who that is?
I'm not familiar now.
Clance Brown is this gentleman. I'll show you right now. I'll share screen, share that. This guy. So he was in Starship Troopers. He's the guy that's like his
oh yeah.
You get me. You remember that guy?
Yeah. Medic. This guy's he's been in like multiple fucking
he's in a bunch of stuff, man. You look at Nightmare on Elm Street, SpongeBob the movie, and yep, there it is. John Wick Chapter 4, just like I said. I am excited, even more excited to see him. More excited. That was good, man. I'm not gonna lie. That was solid. The other one that they showed us was, of course, let me see if I can find that one real quick. He sent us this one also, the Walking Dead San Diego Comic-Con trailer. You want to see it?
Yeah, I think I saw some of it. I don't think I watched the whole thing, but might
check
as well.
This one out. I don't really know what to expect because, of course, like
do you still watch The Walking Dead or no?
Not at all.
I gave up after like season like 8 or 9 or something like that.
Well, I mean, for me, it's just one of those things. Like when Carl died. Yeah, Carl. It removed me from the whole series because there was a huge theory in the comic book world that the Walking Dead comic book was being told by an older Carl who was telling this like grand story of his father who saved the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fucking TV show comes out. They're like, nah, fuck that theory, dude. We're gonna shit all over it. We killed that kid. I was like, God, man, dude. But it's because the young man wanted to go to college. Like, it's understandable for the actor. Yeah. The actor wanted to go to college. Here we go. Oh man, Glenn, Lord Glenn.
It's fucked up what they did to my boy Glenn, yo.
Gee, man, dude. Hell yeah, the king. The daughter story is very interesting too, and that's because in the comic books they fucking killed her and the mom super quick. Yeah. The Whisperers, I was so excited when they brought the Whisperers in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was wild. Just dudes who wore zombie faces. What has it led to? I mean, fucking Rick left.
Thank you for coming.
I could not tell you.
I hoped you would. I have a lot to say.
Great.
We need to find Hornsby before it gets to anybody.
You're running out of time.
This Daryl's immortal, dude. I swear to God. He's the
Daryl dies, we riot.
Yeah, that's it. It's like they knew it too. They were like,
they know it. Yeah, they know. They'll lose a lot of fucking.
The guy's a fucking stud, man. He's so old to come back as a Boondock Saints character.
Mountains, they'll crush you.
No way.
No matter how bleak things look, this is not the end.
None of us are safe as long as she's still breathing.
Oh.
Do you know who I am?
Negan's. They're talking about bringing that dude into the boys. That Morgan guy. What's his name?
I never understood how Maggie. I think that's the reason why I stopped watching is because like how the fuck can Maggie be cool with Negan
The hell is
After
gonna
watching
wake up?
Glenn just get his head bashed or
Smash it. Yeah, that was a big talking part of the season 11 or some shit. This guy's wearing karate armor. Did you see that shit?
yeah.
That guy's wearing just straight up karate armor, man.
People remember the last thing that you do.
Oh, so that girl,
The end of
the
each
Mexican
story
girl that's coming out, she's in Prey, which is that new Predator movie.
is very important.
She's a main actress in Prey.
How do you want yours to end?
That lady. Carol. Carl. Carl. And then Rick, right? Oh no. This guy,
Good story.
okay, so that dude
Walkers that can climb walls.
is the
and open
voice
doors.
actor for Red Skull.
Yes.
I was never sure if they were just stories.
Wow, the zombies have evolved. They can climb walls. That's what they're coming with now? That's the story.
That's the story. You know what? It's funny that this came out because I literally last week was thinking about restarting The
Watching
Walking
it?
Dead from the beginning. Because that's when it was good. Like it was really good in the beginning. Like I was thinking about starting it from there. But then I don't
Alex
know.
is so hardcore. He's like, man, Daryl
Daryl
just
needs to die already.
He can't. He can't. He's the entire. You don't understand. Like,
If you lose him, you probably
you
lose
lose
like
every
half.
fucking viewer, dude.
You lose like half your viewers, bro.
Yeah. You lose every viewer. Right? Fucking, what's that guy? Negan's character. That actor just quits the show.
Yeah.
Literally, next episode, he says, "Hey guys, Norman Reedus isn't here anymore. I think I'm out."
Yeah,
just
Rob,
quits the
Rob,
show.
you missed it, bro. We just did a fucking live reaction
just
to
did a
the
live
fucking
reaction
video,
to it,
bro.
man. It looked
You
good,
missed
man.
it.
Thank you, Rob, for sending
Yeah,
us
it
the
looked
video.
good.
As a matter of fact, I wanted to make sure that I share this too. Our boy George sent us 2 videos right now of San Diego Comic-Con. Let's check them out real quick. Here we go. There you go, dude. There's your boy.
Oh, there it is. That's my movie that's coming out, bro.
Damn, look at that panel though. Look at
Yeah,
that fucking
dude.
setup.
Looks crazy.
Piccolo, superhero.
I told you, bro. Look, the 2 guys that I told you
Ooh,
that they're
Gundam
gonna
universe.
that they're gonna fucking focus on, and I can't stand it. Piccolo and Gohan.
Yeah, the Gundam builds. There you go. King Kong versus Godzilla. Good toy sets, man. Ultraman. Dude, the Ultraman series on Netflix does not fucking... Don't sleep on that shit.
Yeah.
It is so good. The costumes are fucking beautiful. Avengers. What do we got there? Is that Iron Man? Who are these people? Oh, of course. Of course, Squid Game.
I know, Alex. I'm just talking shit. I'm gonna love this movie no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna love. I'm just talking shit because like they missed the ball on Gohan for so long. Like I don't know why they would use this movie to double back on that, but whatever. I'm gonna love it no matter what.
Yo, this looks fucking dope. I wish to hell that one day
Shoulda
I can
went,
be to
bro.
San Diego Comic-Con.
Don't
One
wish,
day
bro.
we-
It's not that serious. We can just fucking go, bro. Go next year or something.
We're
like
just
that,
gonna go.
yo.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Light
Like,
it up. Let's
that-
light it
that-
up.
listen, if that's on your
I
bucket list,
know.
I'm telling you right now, take it off your bucket list. We're doing that shit, bro.
Very fucking beautiful stuff, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Very beautiful stuff. We got one more video. And these are straight from San Diego Comic-Con, courtesy of George Vasquez. Thank you so much, my dude, for sending us these badass videos. Oh man, the Samurai Boba Fett series.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's so good. What's this? Oh, is that the? Oh, that's the Devil Godzilla, the one that's all creepy looking, right?
Oh shit.
Did you ever see that one? The Godzilla that came back. I forgot what it was called, but it was like it came a Shin Godzilla. Oh, dude, the Undertaker.
I did see that. I saw that one.
Oh, that looks dope. And that's because he retired this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he retired this past. So same thing with Vince McMahon retiring out of nowhere today.
I wouldn't say it's out of nowhere, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, just out there paying billions of dollars to chicks he's banged.
Yeah, you kind of saw this coming.
Oh,
Or at least I saw it coming.
oh, what? How are they blinking?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm fucking. This is so amazing to me. Skeletor, dude.
Skeletor.
That looks
Oh,
good,
because the what's his face? Kevin Smith is coming out with another season of He-Man.
Oh, that's right, the He-Man series, right?
Yeah, it's coming back,
Masters
yo.
of the Universe.
Yeah, Masters of the Universe is coming back
Very
for another
fucking
season.
cool. Very cool.
Did you
Well,
watch
thank
that
you so
first
much,
season?
I saw a little bit of it. I didn't get too crazy into it, but it wasn't that bad.
Jeremy, I am in, bro. Us and the whole fucking chat should just fucking go to Comic-Con and just tear
let's
shit
group
up, bro.
man. Let's group up. We'll wear numbered shirts so we don't get lost. We'll wear some really average shirts.
So we don't get lost.
We'll wear some average shirts so we don't get lost. Yo, so what else has come out of Comic-Con other than the animations? Oh,
That's it.
What? No. There was a list of rumors for Marvel films that are.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The list of Marvel.
Some stuff. I'm so down. Numbered shirts, dude, like the ones from Dr. Seuss.
Thing Dr. 1 Seuss, and Thing 2 and shit.
We'll call them Average 1, Average Boy 2. There was a list that was released that we were talking about earlier that Marvel just went up and bought a bunch of LLCs so that they can start getting ready. What were some of those names?
I'm looking for them right now.
Beautiful 180. What are you talking about, Rob? Cowabunga Edition, the Ninja Turtles game. So they just released this one called Shredder's Revenge. And apparently they're going to release either a DLC or a new game that they're going to release like all the old school Ninja Turtle games. So that's really exciting. Stray came out this past week, which is the video game about cats. You're just a cat just running around. I heard it's very, very good.
Wait, that came out yesterday, right? Or 2 days ago?
Straight. Yeah, everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. It's so cool. Resident Evil came out, and it is hot garbage. Like, I mean, the Valley weather and New York weather, New Jersey weather is hot, but it is not as hot as Resident Evil On Fire, the series. It is really bad. Brian has chosen to cordially step away from
I'm gonna sit this dance out, guys. I'm not gonna
I took a dip. I tried to dip my toe in the Resident Evil, took that bitch right out. That was the most boringest episode I've ever seen. I couldn't even get past the first 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Alex was like, it's not that bad. It's okay. Alex is just like me. He's like, man, these movies are real bad. But I'm surprised you made it through. I couldn't get past the first episode. It turned into like this really weird, like teen drama. Like it's just about the two girls. It goes backwards and forwards. And I mean, yeah, it's a slow grind. I've seen these weird videos of like the girl dancing and doing funny shit. And then the Wesker guy. And I'm like, where's that? Like, when does it even say like it's Resident Evil time or Morbin time? Like, where are all these videos, man? So, yeah, I couldn't, man. I couldn't get past that Resident Evil. If they just need to bring in Mila Jovovich, the franchise killer, and I'm done, dude.
Why? Why would she fucking? I would not give them the. If I was her, I would not give them the time. I wouldn't even I would lose my fucking number. Yeah. But yeah, so the LLCs that were purchased were for Avengers, King, right. Avengers, King Dynasty. Avengers,
so that was a thing.
Yeah, Avengers, Secret Wars, Captain America, New World Order, Multiverse Saga, and Thunderbolts.
Okay,
purchased
Thunderbolts. We knew it was coming, right? And it's supposed to be like the Dark Avengers series, where they're gonna kind of like, hopefully siege it up, take over New Asgard, and do all that cool shit. Maybe by chance. The Spider-Man series that's coming out year one introduces the Norman Osborn character, and he's him and his son are somewhat introduced into the MCU because that's the one that we are lacking. Mm-hmm. I still kind of casually don't believe it too much, Rob. I don't think it's going to be called the Kang Dynasty. I think it'll probably be something else because of the fact that Brian off camera, we were talking about it. He made a really good point. He's like, you know what, like, Marvel always has a way of buying these things, but never really putting like, do you really think they're going to be like, yo, Captain America, the oldest racist in the book? Like, you're not going to title the fucking movie New World Order.
Yeah.
Like,
so, so basically and I'm sure you guys already know this, but like whenever Marvel buys the LLC or makes an LLC for one of these movies or for the production for one of these movies, they always have a code name for it, and it's never flat out whatever the fuck it is. They like to leave some type of mystery to it, and it puts the fans in a frenzy trying to figure out what project this is and whatever, and just to start naming names like this, it's kind of odd because they don't usually do it. The only thing I could think of is that they needed to make a splash at Comic-Con. And so that's why they did it if these names are real.
Which I think you also said that to me earlier when you were like, hey, I think Kevin Feige just did this because there's a big chance Henry Cavill might come out and he doesn't want to be talked over.
Yeah. So
and I think that's really a good point.
Like it'll be a cold day in fucking hell that fucking Kevin Feige gets outshined by DC at any Comic-Con. So
they're not gonna have it.
You guys think you're gonna outshine me with Henry Cavill? Okay, well, here's like the next 4 movies that we're making right now, and it just so happens that 3 or 2 out of 4 are the ones the fans want the most. So yeah. Have fun with that, DC. Like,
and then not only that, but like Robert Downey Jr. is gonna send in a video and be like, "Hey, what's up, everybody? I miss you all," and then just everyone in Hall H is gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
The other thing that I'm really excited for is we're supposed to get a video of Kang the Conqueror himself. So I'm excited. I've been really, really dying to see how they're going to work in the costume into a live action series. And the Black Panther 2 trailer. So is that supposed to go on like tomorrow or Sunday or something?
So tomorrow
I was really confused on the scheduling for this.
So tomorrow is going to be like Marvel's closeout day. It's going to be, I think there is something on Sunday, but it's pretty much over after tomorrow. Whatever DC has will be tomorrow. Whatever Marvel has is going to be tomorrow. And so yeah, the word on the street is that with Marvel, we'll get a Black Panther trailer. We'll get a Loki season 2 trailer. And we'll get a few different things. And again, like it's kind of weird because like, what are they gonna have left for D23 next month? Like, what else are they gonna be showing us at D23? I mean, I know we're gonna have I could think of a few things, but it's just weird that I don't think they're shooting their load at Comic-Con when they have
like straight up. I think we're just getting a lot of like outed rumors, I guess you could say. So we'll get like people like you like the Ryan Reynolds thing, coming out and being like, yeah, my movies are on Disney Plus. You'll never know why. Yeah. But like at D23, like we're gonna get like a dressed up Deadpool Ryan Reynolds coming out with maybe like a little cameo of Hugh Jackman, like the way he does, like the way they're always trolling each other, like in those old videos.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be something like that. And that way, at D23, we're going to get that. We're going to get something for the Fantastic Four. I guarantee we're going to get something for the Fantastic Four and the Mutants. So those are like my 3 things, of course, that everyone should be talking about when it comes to the movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Is Kamala Khan just ended, and it started off by introducing us to the first mutant in the MCU. And it's going to bring in the whole entire aspect of them bringing mutants into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I saw somewhere where someone joked and said, what if Henry Cavill coming out tomorrow is actually to be on the MCU panel and to be fucking Hyperion and shit?
No, dude. No, you know what? I saw this really cool thing that someone said, like, don't think him. Go with Jensen Ackles as Hyperion. He just did an amazing job as, you know what? It was Rob from Comics Explained. Okay. And he was like, yo, Jensen Ackles just came out. He did Soldier Boy and he did a magnificent job. Had the full beard. All he'd have to do is get his hair long, ponytail. They can do the bromance because this is the thing. Like, there is a great comic book from the Ultimate Storyline. In the end, right? To the End of Time, or what's the one that we just got you to check out? To the Secret Wars. The Time Runs Out.
Time runs out, yeah. And
it goes all the way to that Hyperion and Thor story at the very, very end when they're about to fight the Beyonders, which is by far probably like the best storytelling for Hyperion and for Thor. I think that's the greatest thing. So to have some type of introduction, and there was a theory a while back that during Loki 2, we're supposed to get some multiverse traveling, and in that aspect, we're gonna get the Heroes Reborn with Hyperion and all that stuff. There's a huge possibility, and they were coming out with like, well, who do you think would be a badass Hyperion? and Jensen Ackles' name popped up. I think Bill Skarsgård, his brother.
Skarsgård.
I think his brother, the one that came out in the Norseman.
Yeah.
I think he would play a fucking amazing antithesis to Henry Cavill's Superman. In any point, you put that dude in a Superman outfit, and he looks fucking badass. Just has that look, and Hyperion's just that type of dude. Yeah. So it'd be cool. Would it be cool to see Henry Cavill as Hyperion? I guess, but it would be kind of like, like he was already Superman.
Vince definitely reminded me. I mean, he definitely reminded me of some. I did someone say that what if this whole thing about Henry Cavill coming out is just him joining the MCU? So when Vince said that, it reminded me of that. Rob, we did kind of touch on it. We did cover it. It's a weird day for WWE fans. I get it. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Good riddance. I thought this guy needed to go years ago. I'm not sad. This is a good thing, Rob. This is a good thing. Let the man go. His time is over.
You guys are pretty solid fans of the WWE. How has it been since that situation?
It's been shit. It's been oh, you're talking about like just
yeah.
I'm ready to shit on it. Like, don't open the door with me. Like, I will shit on the WWE.
I don't know too much about it, but I just.
But ever since the allegations you're talking about, right? I mean, it's been getting better. There's been talks about it turning back to I guess PG-14 or whatever the fuck it's called. So it's been talks about that. It's been talks of
Robert
Stephanie
calls it.
Yeah.
Like, horrible.
Stephanie McMahon, stepping in and that's what it is. That's the reason why I'm not shocked. I'm not pissed. I'm not sad. That was the natural plan. Vince goes into a certain amount of time. Stephanie and Triple H takes over. That's what everybody knew
back in 2000s, man.
That's what everybody knew. Like, that's what everybody wanted. Then you just have this old decrepit motherfucker that just keeps fucking up, getting in the way of talent, of just his own. He keeps getting in his own fucking way. Good. Now you got caught trying to pay off some fucking employees. Now you gotta go somewhere and sit down. Go away. Go away.
Wild, man. I have not seen WWE in like a million years.
I don't watch it anymore, to be honest with you.
And back in the day when I used to watch it, I thought that chick Stephanie McMahon or whatever, that she took over a long time ago already. That was like when the wife, remember when Vince McMahon's wife used to come out and she was like the CEO also, or
Linda McMahon, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was watching. And I thought that shit all kind of went over and that dude retired a long time ago, but
funny part is I wasn't even watching WWE at that time. Like, I just got back into it at 2013. My first wrestling event I've ever been to was in 2013, and it was WrestleMania at MetLife. Mm-hmm. And I had been a fan for a few years, and then it just started getting too diluted and stupid, and it just didn't make any sense. So I stopped watching. And so, I mean, I would still keep in touch with it and still keep tabs of it and talk shit with D, my boy D Vargas. Talk shit with him about it. But for the most part, the only thing that I'll never miss two events for WWE. That's the Royal Rumble, and that's because me and my boys we basically gamble on the shit. What we do is we put all the numbers of all the numbers in the hat. You pick a number out the hat. That's what you get. Give you $20. Whoever wins, I think top 3 wins their money and wins the pot. That's great. I will never miss that, and I'll never miss WrestleMania, just at least to laugh at it. But other than that, I don't watch the shit.
Oh, that's crazy as shit.
And Vince, I'm waiting for that too. Vince, I'm waiting for next. It's supposed to be next year in LA. I will listen. I'm trying to get my friends. We will be trying to go to WrestleMania next year in LA. That will be a good time. That's gonna be a good time.
That's pretty good. Yo, I have to ask. Going back to what we were talking about with the Marvel Universe.
What's that?
With the names that got released, we ended up getting Captain America: New World Order.
Yeah. So
is it safe to say that we're getting a reprisal from Chris Evans coming back as the evil Captain America?
I was thinking that, but I honestly think it's just more of the fact that there's a new Captain America.
Mhm.
It's going to be a new Captain America, a new world order, a new symbol for the country, a new symbol for the people. That's what I think they mean by new world order. Now,
Yeah, but the New World Order, that concept has been like kind of
I get
used in,
it.
like a kind of derogatory
I get it.
way.
I got it. I got
Yeah.
it. But I think I just don't. I trust me. I'm very aware of where the origin of New World Order comes
Yeah,
from.
conspiracy shit.
Yeah.
I love
I'm very,
conspiracy
I'm
shit.
very aware. I just don't see Disney going down that road. I just don't see them doing
Because they're a
that.
part of it. Because they're a part of conspiracy. Triangles
Probably,
and shit.
probably, yeah.
Triangles. Walt Disney, goddamn.
So yeah, I don't see them going down that road. I think they're just going to, and I don't think they're going to name it New World Order.
Nah,
I
most
don't
definitely. No, fuck no,
yeah.
they're not gonna name it.
It's like
That's why I
I
was
don't
like
think.
Captain America, the new racist names of the
Yeah,
world
I
or
don't.
whatever.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
think
don't
they're gonna
need that
name
kind of
it
shit in Hollywood
New
right now.
World Order.
We
I
don't
would
need
be
those
shocked.
subtitles.
I would be shocked if that gets through the board that they're gonna name this movie New World Order.
Yeah,
So
there's no way. More than likely, we'll probably get like a Captain America subtitle Hail Hydra. Like that would be interesting. And the thing is like if you remember comic history,
even that's a
that
little dicey.
literally broke the fucking world when
Yeah.
Captain America's panel was like Hail Hydra, and everyone was like, "Fuck out of here! That's not my cap, you fucking asshole! Like you son of a bitch!" And it's like, hey, I'm not gonna lie, dude. What were we doing with Captain America before this? Like,
Anyway.
this is cool. This is very good writing, but I okay. So there is weird talks right now where Chris Evans just put out a tweet. I want to say like last week, where he put Sam Wilson is Captain America, because a lot of people are still saying that no, Steve Rogers is still Captain America, but it's very confusing. And the reason why is I think that Marvel's kind of messing up, because
Why is
right now
that?
they're about to release an arc called Judgment Day, where they're introducing the Eternal's grandfather, Thanos' grandfather, and he's supposed to be like the OG of OGs, but Steve Rogers is still Captain America in that story. And I don't know what they're doing with Sam Wilson, the Falcon, if he's donned the Falcon costume or if he's wearing the stripes still. So I know that there was a while back that he had kind of returned the shield back to Cap and kind of was back to being the Falcon again. And it's kind of been up and down. But then we had the series come out, and the series put, of course, Sam Wilson in the stripes, right? So the thing about it is, in the Captain America Hail Hydra series, when he becomes a Hydra agent, they do this really weird part of the story where Captain America, of course, becomes the Hydra agent, but his consciousness is put into the Tesseract or the Cosmic Cube. And then later on, they bring out his consciousness, which gets a whole new body. And the original Steve Rogers is still a Hydra agent. And then they have them fight each other. Where I thought it would have been a better story if they would have just made it Sam Wilson versus Captain America, since he was already Captain America at that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're going to fix that in the comic. Maybe they're going to fix that in the movie, because we do know that at the ending of Endgame, when they go back in time, Steve Rogers touches himself with the scepter, and the last people that Captain America talked to was all the Hydra agents in the elevator. So when they find the brain wiped Captain on the ground, they're going to pick him up and believe that he's a Hydra agent. And this was my thing a while back, where I was like, this is how they're going to make him a Hydra agent. They're going to make it to where Captain America brainwashed himself with the scepter when he went back in time, like the butterfly effect.
Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because right before that, he was like, Hail Hydra, remember? And they were like, oh, cool, yeah, take the scepter. And then he fights himself, and then he shocks himself after he says that Bucky's alive, and the scepter wipes his brain, and then you're easily influenced as the next guy that comes up and tells you something. So if the guy's in the elevator, he tells him on the microphone, I found Loki. And he's like, wait a minute, dude, I'm not Loki. Like, remember the whole fight scene between him and himself? But he left himself unconscious to be picked up by whoever picks him up. And I think it's all the Hydra agents, and they're going to take him to like a Baron Zemo, or they're going to take him to like a medic for Hydra, and then they're going to fix him, and he's going to be like the new Captain America of that universe, but just a Hydra agent version of Captain America. What do you think?
The way that you explain that makes perfect sense. I can see that.
Yeah, that sounds like a fucking cool story. And then not only that, like you don't get any weird comic book tropes where it's like the cosmic cube broke and turned into a little girl and is like the daughter of Red Skull, or you don't get any of that weird shit.
Yeah.
And with this, you have the potential of bringing out, of course, Captain Falcon, because it's going to come back to you don't have a displaced Captain America going back to the future or the past and becoming old and all that stuff. You're literally going to have two Captain Americas in one timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I think is that's the part that I'm super confused at what we're coming into this phase, is that in the Sam Wilson Captain America and the Winter Soldier story, everyone kept saying, oh, well, I heard Captain America's on the moon. And I think you and I talked about this before where they're talking about Original Sin, right? Where Nick Fury's on the moon. But I really think that that's just in regards to there being the old Captain America and the young Captain America being on the same timeline. But I just don't know what that means for.
How did you get that? But how did you get that from there though? How are they in this? How are they in the same timeline?
Okay, so we know that old Captain America came back because he gave Sam Wilson the shield.
Yeah.
But we know that young Captain America now, right at the ending of Avengers Endgame, was changed into a Hydra agent. So more than likely, and then not only that, the Thanos of that timeline is now destroyed. So the Infinity Story never even happens in that timeline. Right?
Yeah.
And it's not a multiverse. It's literally their universe because it's only based on the sacred timeline at that moment.
But all right, so but I'm still confused as to how that works though. Like it really is not explained.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Properly.
We don't have enough information yet.
In Endgame. So like I don't know how time works in the MCU. Like they did a piss poor way of explaining that. I don't remember how
so
they explained it.
All we know is that, of course, and then not only that, with the introduction of Loki, we don't know when the timeline gets destroyed and then it branches out to the multiverse, right? Because then from there, then you have a multiverse, then you would have the two Captain Americas separated and whatnot. But Captain America shows up old right at the moment when the series of Sam Wilson is about to happen, right? Because then he literally just takes it and starts training with the shield, right?
Yeah.
But in that world, that Captain America, that Thanos gets destroyed at the ending of Avengers Endgame. They never meet. Like he actually went to the future to fight them in their own timeline. So that Thanos from back in the day that gave Loki the scepter never even went on his journey to go find the Infinity Stones. So that means there is no Infinity Saga for that Captain America or whatnot.
Okay.
So literally all it's doing is just I don't even know what stories they're going to go with unless it's just instead of it going into the Infinity Saga, it's just going to go into the Hydra Captain America saga, which was covered in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. one time. I don't know if you remember that. If you ever got to see that show.
I didn't know.
It was interesting. It's a pretty good show. But that's why I think they're really going to go into this show is that we're looking at, of course, during the time of the arc of Captain America being a Hydra agent, there are two Captain Americas. There are physically two Steve Rogers. One is the consciousness of him, and the other one is the physical body of him. But the thing that I want to see come back is we talked about this last week and how they're really bad with villains. And I would really like to see the return of Red Skull. Like Red Skull would possibly be like man, that would be badass. I think he's the most not really like with the Gore situation, but he's one of the most underused characters that you can really get some good stuff with. In the Hail Hydra Captain America story or whatnot, there is a really good story telling between him and Baron Zemo fighting for who's going to be in charge of the new Hydra. So it's cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in that story. And like I said, it's going to be badass, man. It's going to be badass.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's something that I'm really excited for. I don't know why. But like I said, there's not a lot to do with Cap. Like there's just not a lot to do with him, the Steve Rogers Captain America character. Unless you make him evil. Then not only that, Chris Evans as an actor said, I'm pretty much done with this character unless you do something really crazy with him. And that sounds pretty fucking crazy to me. So I'm excited. Multiverse Saga sounds pretty interesting too. I don't really know if you're already doing something called the Kang Dynasty. I thought that would pretty much explain to us what the multiversal saga would be. So I don't know why that one's two names. Like why there's a Kang Dynasty based on the multiverse and then another one called the Multiversal Saga. And then of course you have Secret Wars, which is the other multiversal saga. So I'm really like, I don't know, maybe that's going to be like a trilogy. Maybe those three all together are going to be the trilogy story, because we talked about it before. And like I said earlier, I think this is going to be like the longest 10 years of Marvel if they do another 10 years. And you said it several shows ago where you were like, dude, not even, it's going to be like 6 years, 6, maybe 5, but not another 10 years. I don't know. I'm excited.
Well, I mean, because we're already 2 or 3 years into this, into
phase 4.
into this phase 4. Yeah, so like there's not going to be another 10 years. At the most, you'll probably get another 6 years, 6, maybe even 5.
And then not only that, we know that we're getting, what is it? Black Panther 2, and then we're getting Ant-Man and the Quantumanium. And the Quantumanium is supposed to push forward on phase 4 with the Kang story. And Black Panther 2 will push us forward into, I'm guessing, just exploring more of like the different gods, the different god characters a little bit more, I hope, than Thor did. So yeah, I'm really excited. Tomorrow, hopefully we get some type of Black Panther stuff. We know that the actors are going to be there. We have the guy that plays Submariner is going to be there.
I would assume the whole cast will be there. I mean, it's a panel if it's going to be a panel for Black Panther, I would assume the entire cast will be there.
Yeah, most dope. So the way it works is like, what, Saturday is going to be like the major day that they're going to drop some good shit or what?
Yeah. So Saturday is going to be the day that they have their big panel for MCU, and again, they're going to probably be talking about Black Panther. They're probably going to talk about Loki too. They'll probably be talking about just whatever upcoming shows and I guess whatever movies they got going.
Excellent. I'm excited. Guys, don't forget, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Stay close to your Facebook, because they're probably gonna drop a bunch of shit tomorrow, dude. Man.
Yeah.
Do you think by chance we're gonna get any information on the Flash movie? I saw that earlier in the comment section.
No.
It's shocking to see Marvel says Ezra Miller joins the MCU.
No, there's no way. Wild, man. I mean, I just think that's kind of ballsy. I think that'd be a little bit ballsy to not say anything about the movie and then just come out at Comic-Con with the fucking trailer or some shit like that. That's kind of ballsy, but I don't think there's a set of fucking balls on big DC enough. Like, yeah, I don't think
it would not be a good business move
at all.
At all.
And PR, fuck the business. The PR look would be just fucking. It would be a nightmare. If you want this movie to fail any more than it's going to, then you'll have a fucking Comic-Con fucking trailer tomorrow.
The only reason why like it kind of confuses me is because like it's been very quiet with DC. Like it's just been very quiet. Like I haven't heard much.
Nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing. Their plans to usher in this new wave of movies and this new I guess wave of movies or whatever. It was all hindering on the Flash.
Wow, it's super sad. Well, I hope it's like you said, I hope the Henry Cavill thing happens or something, because it's been too quiet on that part of the universe. So we'll just have to wait for tomorrow, guys. Make sure that you guys tune in. San Diego Comic-Con is going on all weekend. It's going to be some amazing stuff. Make sure you're checking them out on Twitter. Make sure you're checking them out on their Facebook. If you jump on with us too, George is going to be sending us some information on what he's doing out there tomorrow. So we'll make sure we're putting up videos on our Facebook and on our Instagram if we can. I'll try to send them to Brian so he can put them up on the Instagram chat.
Hell yeah.
So that way we keep you guys posted as much as we can. I want to say thank you to everybody out there that was with us today. You got to check out some live reactions. We got to check them out with you, which is something we've never really had the opportunity to do before. So that was pretty cool. I really expected more. I didn't really know how the timing was for San Diego Comic-Con. Man, for some reason, I thought it was going to be like all week long. And when we came into the show today, it was like, there was literally nothing, man. But
I mean, it took up most of the news. Like, if you got to think about it, no one's really going to be coming out with anything just because of Comic-Con. It's going to take up all the news or whatever. So,
and then
yeah.
I didn't even know that D23 is going to come out like next month. So
yeah,
that's even way tighter for them and Disney and Marvel and Star Wars and everybody just to stay quiet and not give that much at another competition or another place event. So yeah, it looks like D23 is probably going to be our magic, but hopefully we get some cool, creamy goodness tomorrow. Guys, we want to say thank you to all our beautiful listeners, to all our extraordinary listeners. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. As usual, here Friday nights here with the Average Boys Podcast. It's your boy Crispy and Brian, and I say thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys again next Friday. Peace. Laters.